Hello, and welcome to Talks Around the Teapot with special guests Baby Aggie, Baby Rosie, and Baby Talia.
We finally have all three of them.
Anyway, we're back.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Act 3, baby!
Act 3, we're back. We are so back, bitches. We're so back. Do you know what? We've started the first 3 episodes with everything we're famous for. Like, horrific, monstrous demon stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At least one of us has cried in every episode so far.
Mm-hmm.
Most episodes, multiple of us, I think, yeah. And lots of crying, lots of magic, Lyndon scaring the shit out of us with, like, props. Like, we've kind of covered a lot of bases of what makes Damsels Damsels. So if you did just jump in for Act 3, you know, we're off to a good start. You know what to expect now. Well, you don't, because you never do. But yeah, we're back in the final act.
Yeah.
And I'm scared.
And we started with player-on-player combat.
We started actually with you getting yeeted by the Lord of Hell himself.
Oh, there was that.
Who has at least a plus 15 to hit.
Yeah. Well, plus 16 because it wasn't a crit.
Yeah.
Unless it was, and it was only meant to be 5d10.
No.
But I just don't think that's
Don't
the
think
case.
that's the case.
No.
I think, yeah. So that was a lot of damage.
That was
just
immediate.
enough.
It got me exactly halfway of all my
The
hit points.
fact it got you to the exact number
Yeah.
to lose control gagged me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, when we finished filming the Act 2 finale, Lyndon was really like, you don't laugh at the Lord of Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you laughing at the Lord of Hell?
Mm-hmm.
And then what I think is really funny is that Talia got yeeted by the Lord of Hell and it still hasn't humbled her.
No.
Because, like, why would it?
No, because there was no long-lasting consequences to the actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it just, like, nothing really came of it, and, like... She
Like, if
didn't,
Richard
like,
had
keep-
stayed dead, then maybe.
Yeah.
She didn't keep laughing at the Lord of Hell.
No, she just did.
Well,
Yeah, well, like, that moment had ended, and then he was like, bitch, don't do that. Let me
Well,
show
yeah.
you what happens.
Yeah. Which is, you know,
Yeah.
you killed Richard.
You did kill Richard.
You did kill Richard.
I did.
That was really scary.
And Rich doesn't know that he was dead, which I
Well,
think
apparently
is
none of us did.
Yeah,
except for me,
yeah.
It happened so
Which
quick.
is interesting.
I played it as if I knew, so I think on a subconscious level.
Yeah,
Talia
I
knows.
think Talia knows because she's killed people before. I think she knows it feels different.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. But, like, I also just think it's not something that will ever come up because why would Rosalind be like, by the way, Richard, you were dead? Like, unless it had...
How'd it feel?
Because, like, it will just mess him up a bit. Like, he knows... Because he came around with, like, a nasty look in his eyes before he, like, realised what was going on. And, like, he knows that he got really hurt. You know, that's all he needs to know. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Like,
sure.
I'm not hiding it from him, but it's also just one of those that,
What?
like I
I'm
think
not
it
just
would
gonna
upset him
randomly
more.
say it.
Like, I think it would be really upsetting to just, like, be told that. So maybe I will in, like, a nicer context, but at the minute it just feels like it would be a bit random and, like, mean.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, you've died.
Yeah.
You know?
So, you know.
But I love Rich.
And someone bang bang bang.
Someone had to face the consequences of their promises.
Remember when Talia told Agatha to kill her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you?
And no, but I attempted
Did shoot at
to.
her.
It makes me laugh because
messed up
Agatha is a liar, but
Yes.
yet she can't. She refused to break this promise.
No, but
very strange.
I could really see in your face though that like meant so much to Aggie, and then she just like didn't know how to handle that or like what to do, and I really felt for Aggie in that moment.
It was very scary.
So now-
I were really like crying, and I was like, "This is so fun."
Yeah, you were laughing.
You were like laughing maniacally while you were attacking everyone.
Funny, isn't it?
Is it? It's not funny though, is it? It's serious.
Listen, I wasn't in control of
You
what I did.
killed Richard, and you were like,
I wasn't laughing at killing Richard.
know,
I was
I know,
laughing
I
at the
know,
prospect
I
of
know,
killing Harold or Albert.
oh, because they dogpiled you.
big ups to them.
Pile up.
Big ups to them, like, hey, we gotta do something.
Big up to Diamond for being the best grappler.
Uh huh.
So funny. I'm obsessed.
I don't think it was funny.
I think it makes sense that she's the best grappler. We've
Yeah,
got
it
Harold
does.
with one arm. We've got Albert who's more. I just go
Albert
out
who's
and talk
just,
to
like,
people.
useless.
Yeah, and then Diamond is like, oh, I grapple.
Diamond
people
is
all the time.
like rough. Diamond's like, I'm gonna get in there.
Yeah.
I love
Diamond's
her.
rough.
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I did think it was really funny, and I loved the look on Lyndon's face when he realised what Harold was going to do. Because it was very you in Fathers and Failures. It was very Harold punching Gilbert in the face. I love it. I love Harold. I love Harold so much, and I love the deranged choices he makes.
No.
Because he just thinks you're Gilbert. He's just like, oh, tackle!
Yeah.
Rab.
I'm so here for Harold. That was the best thing
That was
of
so
it.
good.
But now each of you have given, at separate occasions, a responsibility to Agatha that was difficult to fulfill.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, one of
good.
them she did.
So, you know, that's fun. How does it feel? How does it feel to be the character that people...
I'm really sorry. I'm gonna...
No, I'm very
How
very
does
squishy.
Agatha have the reputation of
Yes.
being the person people go to when they want something done?
Well,
When
but-
Girly has never done anything.
In Talia's defense, it was either ask you to kill her or ask the person who's deeply in love with her.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's because we're like a group of three, and even though we do have wider allies, like the core group of people that we trust is the three of us. So, like, when
Like,
there's
when we
something
made
that
that
happens,
deal-
you're like the only person we can go to because we can't go to each other because
Yeah.
we're in a very toxic relationship.
But when we made that deal,
Spoilers
like,
for later.
Richard wasn't around. You know?
Yeah, this was before
Yeah, I
you knew
guess.
anyone.
Yeah.
This was pre any of the horse.
But like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's still because I always knew that it would come up because like why was it brought up in the first
Chekhov's
place?
shooting Talia.
Chekhov's
Agatha's
Agatha.
gun.
Yeah.
Agatha's gone. That's better.
Chekhov shooting Talia.
Listen.
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
But I wasn't expecting it. I just wasn't expecting it, and it was really scary, and I couldn't
Yeah,
I couldn't let it go, and
I'm sorry, bro. You had a rough time in these.
I did. It's been difficult.
I did. It's been difficult.
It's been so difficult.
It's been really difficult.
So exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
But I missed. You're not dead.
All three of them.
On all three of them.
Which actually was
I was
like
really
it
imagining
was.
her hand, like.
Probably, yeah.
It was good that nobody hit me because I was exactly on it. So like
Yeah.
it didn't matter what spell somebody cast on me,
Yeah,
I
any
was gonna
healing was
I
gonna
was gonna
save
be
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Whereas like had you hit me, it actually would have
Yeah.
been harder to bring me back.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, what Harold's thinking was
Yeah.
in terms of just like get her down and then.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking, oh, we need to get Talia down. I was thinking, she told me to kill her, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill her.
I'm glad. We'll circle back to it, but I'm glad Talia managed to clarify like what that meant.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what our fathers used to do when that happened because they don't have healing spells.
Yeah, me too. Maybe they did just used to like get Gilbert down. Maybe.
Bang,
Maybe
bang,
that's
bang.
why. Maybe that was Harold's first instinct because
Maybe.
Yeah,
he'd done it before.
But like, yeah.
I love Harold.
I guess just hold him down until it passes was
Yeah.
Harold's plan.
Yeah. Or like hold him down until we like get you unconscious and then you come back up not in.
Yeah,
not in
either
it.
way.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't believe we started the act with PvP.
I love it.
It's
I
so
love
good.
PvP.
Lyndon did eat with this opening. Lyndon did cook, I'm afraid.
It was great, and then eventually you got sorted out and you went to witness the horrors of Bedlam.
Oh my god, Bedlam was scary.
I wish we'd gone through that. I so almost went back on my own.
Yeah, I wish also, but that's not what happened.
I do want to apologise to Lyndon and everyone for the slight smirk that I did give and the second character break on he's coming, because that got me for a brief moment. Like I was so fine at the start and at the end. There was just a brief moment in the middle where I was like,
Didn't even pick up on that.
no, yeah, it got me for like a second.
That's another thing about like being sad that it was so long between playing this and the last one, because that's another one where like because it was right at the beginning I was still getting back into it, and like had it not been a really long time I think Talia would have gone in Lurch 3, but she didn't, so we didn't.
What, in the office?
Yeah.
Isn't it for the cure? Yeah. Bedlam was scary. I'm scared. I really am like, everybody in that building had been like demons in the brain, like cult in the brain. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. It was horrible.
Description
It
of
was
the
horrible
people at the beginning, at the entrance. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
That was that was bad too.
It was so scary, and it was so horrible. Like, I think it was really the most horror we've been in a long time on the show. I say after just having like Mercy killed a bunch of crucified flayed people and like fought a girl hog, but like it was very. I don't know. I feel like Lyndon started this act and got in our heads. Like for me, because that was so like just horrific. Like it was really like, no, look, this is what it will be like if the demons come. Like this is what they're doing, and like it was so horrible. Like for me specifically. This is bad that it's for me specifically, but like having so many helpless innocent people there that like were beyond help. Horrible.
Yeah.
But like interesting way to start the season in terms of like perspective. The
season.
But like it, like, you know, our actor seasons of the show. You know?
Yeah.
Because it was really like,
Yeah.
oh, we're in Act 3 now, guys. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the world's gonna end if we fail. And it was just really upsetting to not be able to help anyone, basically. And to know that, like, they were probably just innocent people who were inmates of Bedlam, and it wasn't their fault.
What have you done?
I've got that written down I've got that written down, and I'm glad that you had the same thought I did.
Yeah,
I've
oh my
written
god, you had...
I have it written down.
Oh my god.
So you
We're so on a wavelength. So, one of the things that all the people were saying is, what have you done? And that, for me, I think you can see me flinch. I think there's a moment where, like, because he's sort of saying it for a bit, and then I'm really like, that was Rosalind, that wasn't really me. But, like, because when we first encountered, when Agatha and Rosalind first met with Jonathan again after the trials, the first words out of his mouth were, what have you done? In this voice and this tone that, like, haunts me. Like, I replay as Rosalind so much, and it was just that I was hearing, like, interspersed with the way Lyndon was saying it as all of these people. And it was really, like, Jonathan echoing through and, like, everything. And it was really overwhelming.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm glad you also picked up on that.
Yeah. No, I did. It was I really like that moment. I mean...
And now I'm like, oh, it's a motif. Because now I'm like, oh, Frederick's going to wake up and be like...
I wasn't there for that. That's why I didn't remember that.
You were in your pocket dimension.
Yes. You're in a little place.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we got to the reception, and
That
we
was
didn't.
awful.
There's
look
the
for
weird
potion.
woman receptionist.
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed that we didn't look for the potions.
Yeah, I wrote down cureless, which
I
is...
know.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, what was that all for?
It was the kill... It was the
We
kill.
killed Monroe, and we did save Frederick.
Yeah.
We just don't have him back,
Yeah.
or anything productive from him. But
It's
we
just-
did save his life.
Like, Taya, I know you said that it was like the look on Agatha's
Yeah,
face.
for Rosalind, that's what
Yeah.
it was.
But for
What was it
for
you?
Agatha, it was like I could hear the people coming from
Mm-hmm.
the other, the West Wing. We had Frederick unconscious, just slumped over.
Yeah.
We had so many people with
Like,
so
no-
little
Well,
hit points.
This
If
This
we
was
had
my
gone
thing
into the
was-
office, we would have ended up in another combat. And
Yeah.
For me, it was really just that, like, everybody was very adamant that we had to stay together.
Yeah,
Like, that's what
that was
did
the
it.
thing.
Because
I
I
agree.
was sort of willing for us to go, but then you were really low. And I was sort of willing for us to go, because we weren't fine.
Well,
but, like, we had quite a lot of hit points
because
left.
Rosalind was sort of suggesting it in that brief moment.
But everybody was really like, no,
Yeah,
we should
and then
be
everyone was
together.
like, we're sticking
And I was
together.
like, well, I'm not going to take all of you who are literally about to die with me.
And then
Like,
that
that I think is what did it for me.
Yeah, because that was the thing. Like, I was willing to do it, thinking we could split up, and then
Like,
everyone
that's
was
why I
like,
gave Frederick to Richard, because I was
Yeah,
like, you guys
we're
are going
gonna go do
ahead,
this.
and we're going to go do
and
this.
then everyone was like, we're not splitting up. And then for Rosalind, it was looking at Agatha and like seeing the very clear like no, and she was just very like, well, if we're not splitting up, we're not going
Well,
because
yeah.
we're not taking them in.
That was kind
Yeah.
of Talia's thought, is if we're not splitting up, we're not doing it, because you're all going to die.
Yeah.
Like, so many of them were one hit from death.
I think,
Yeah.
annoyingly, I mean, we'll never know this. We'll
Yeah.
never know this. I think the only person that could have convinced everyone to split up was Rosalind.
Well,
Yeah.
If Rosalind went, no, the three of us are going to go into the room, get what we need,
It would have
and
been
then
the two
leave.
of us because
Aggie was really low.
Well, it would have needed to be the two of you and someone who can, like, pick locks.
and someone
had
who
to be-
can see things.
Yeah, and
wasn't
see-
I would
it?
have just like broken the door.
Yeah.
I guess so,
it's
but
about
it
seeing things as well. Like,
like,
we're not good
no,
perception
that's the thing.
investigation people.
Yeah.
But the thing with that, and I do think this has been really interesting for me in these first episodes, coming from the end of Act 2, which was very much Rosalind reluctant leadership arc, was how much and how immediately that was her role in like these episodes. Like, there were so many times, and it's funny because, I think back to some of the scenes in, like, Act 1 and 2 where we would be deciding what to do, and, like, I feel like I'm the only person speaking, and it's really interesting because Rosalind sort of has that, and now she's aware of what that is, like, sort of, because it's been pointed out to her, and she's not super aware of it. Like, she was very on autopilot getting out of Bedlam because, like, seeing Frederick was, like, horrific, but... Yeah, but she was very much making all the decisions. But the whole thing with leaving and not splitting up, I don't think it occurred to her that much yet, that, like, people will listen to her that much. And I think her other thing is that at the minute, she's in a very, being the leader kind of is, like, so new and foreign to her. And she's acting so on impulse. And the one place where she still, in terms of leadership, needs to work and grow is that, like, is making decisions herself, like, completely, because as much as she was sort of like doing the orders and like guiding everyone through what to do, she also just wants to make sure everyone is safe, happy and comfortable. And it was such a resounding like, no, we are not splitting up, like, oh, you so don't want to do that, okay, we're not going to do that, like, that was the feeling, which I think is good in some ways because she's very like, she leads in a very like for the people kind of way, but then sometimes maybe she should not do that, because I think she and Talia both knew that they wanted to go and look and they didn't.
I guess
because she was
in
like,
those
Harold is so
cases,
uncomfortable with us splitting up.
It's to do with just like yeah, if it's for the people, but also
the world's on
For
the
the big-
line.
yeah,
The
like,
world is on the line,
Yeah.
guys. I
Yeah.
don't mean to be crazy.
Yeah.
How much is self-preservation worth?
Yeah.
If the world will end
Yeah.
in a
Well,
few
yeah.
weeks?
But I hope,
That's what I
I
tried
think
to say,
she'll
it
learn
wasn't
from
coming
this,
out.
I think.
Yeah.
Like, the longer we get into... Because by the end of Act 3, Rosalind is already very, like, about not having any, like, direction on a cure. And so, like, I think maybe she will learn from this, like, and grow as a leader into, like, okay, but sometimes I actually can make decisions regardless of the group. Because the thing is, like, she still would have sent everybody else away. Nobody else would have split off except the two people that were comfortable doing that.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate matter of fact as well. When you were leaving, we'll get into the additional details there.
Yeah.
You got what you set out to do,
Yeah.
but now you're back at step zero.
Yeah, exactly.
You have no leads.
Yeah.
It's really a case
Well,
of
yeah.
Like that-
This is why Talia spent the whole walk back being like, this is wrong, and like every step she considered turning back, but it was just like, we've
We're
already
gone now.
left.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is something that they will learn and grow from because it was the wrong decision, I think.
Yeah.
And I think
I
now
think
they're
Talia
aware.
knew that she'd made the wrong decision
Yeah.
as well, and like, so, which is both good and bad because
Yeah.
she's a very impulsive person, and so this time she was like, well, no,
Her
I'll
impulse
follow
was right.
I'll follow everyone else and I won't do this like reckless impulsive decision. And it's like, oh, but the time that she did that was wrong, so I don't want her to be like, oh, well, my impulsive decisions are always right,
She needs to find a happy medium because you were like, you were saying like, oh, we should go back, but it's like a case of like, no, we should go back because of this reason.
yeah
You need to find a medium of explaining why you think.
you know
we
what
should
part
do
of
that.
it is? I made the bold choice a long time ago that when she's in demon form she doesn't really speak because she doesn't like the sound of it, and two, I can't do the voice that she does, so I don't like speaking as her when I'm in demon mode because it's not what she sounds like.
Yeah.
So the decision that sort of ended up happening was she just doesn't really speak when she's like that, which means that like all the thoughts she has she doesn't really voice, which is dumb and she should get over, and I should just like find a voice or get over that. But
it is kind of a thing now.
Yeah.
Like, since that first time she turned, she hasn't really spoken.
yeah.
She yappa that
Yeah.
time.
Well,
But like she
did.
had to,
Yeah.
And I feel like unless she has to, she doesn't.
Yeah. And I think she knew that you knew
Yeah.
that we were on the same page.
Yeah.
So she was sort of like, I actually don't need to say this because you already know.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to do what you do.
Yeah. I mean, it is
Which isn't
unfortunately
great.
just a case of, like, Rosalind is definitely becoming a leader more naturally. She just, like, she still needs to grow into that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And learn. But yeah, we have no cure. Is where we're at.
No cure, no leads.
No, literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
We're at fuck all.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It's an interesting place to start the final act. Because
Yeah.
it's really like, ah!
Now.
Ah! Yeah.
There's a lot of. Oh, fuck.
I wonder if Duna's going to be able to help.
I don't think she is.
I don't think she is.
But
I mean, she could just be like an overglorified nanny.
she really could.
Yeah.
Like, just like, oh, Edward.
I love Duna. She's
Yeah.
great.
But it's fine. You ran away and burn it down.
You
I
did
did
burn
burn it
down.
down.
So we had this is our second historical Regency building that we have burnt down.
Yep. And this
Burnt
one.
down Almax, we burnt down Bedlam.
And this
This
one had a
time-
bunch of innocent people in.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this time it was just like a decision. It wasn't the side effect of a combat.
It was a decision, and I was very interested in that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did you do that? Because, like, I didn't really know why you did that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Rosalind later rationalised it, but, like, at first I was really like, what? Why you do that?
I think she was just like,
Fuck this.
she was just sort of like, well, we need to cover it all up.
Huh. Oh, no!
Well, it was everything. It was
I know.
one, it's an easy way to hide it all. Two, we'd been told every step of the way these people are beyond help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were people coming who were going to come and get us, probably.
Yeah.
So
'Cause-
and there was still the pentagram on the floor, you know, like
Yeah, there was,
we
to be
didn't
fair.
get rid of that because of how we start, because we didn't
Yeah.
start where we left
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
We didn't get a chance to do anything in that room. So I think her thoughts were just like, well, the more of this I can destroy, the better.
Yeah, I get it. But I also, you know, because like, Rosalind was semi-aware that was happening, but, like, it didn't really register until we were, like, over the wall or something, and I think, like, it was mentioned looking back at it burning, and that's when Rosalind looked back and saw it burning. And really, like, as Rosalind, I went through such rationalization of, like, because I wouldn't have done that, and I didn't like that on instinct, but then I was like, oh, well, it was the only way to, like, everything you just said, like, it was the only way to cover all our tracks, and we kept getting told, basically, these people are, like, so gone and beyond help, so Rosalind has, like, basically just likened that to killing the people on the crucifixes, and, like, well, it put them out of their misery. Like, I don't like that they all burned alive, but, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Nothing like being put out of your misery than a couple more seconds of pure misery.
yeah,
Sure.
but, like, it's an interesting one, because I wonder if that's going to be something that comes up when they actually do, like, face everything. Because I really think deep down Rosalind doesn't like that. I really think deep down, if anything, that's, like, very disturbing to her.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's very upsetting, and I think that's why she went through such a conscious, like, cope, such a conscious reach, and now is just, like, trying not to think about it, because I actually think that's going to really, like, be
It was one of
upsetting.
those where, like, I'd had the thought for so much of that walk. Like, it started off with, like, oh, like, I'm gonna kill anyone that comes near us. Bold choice. And it was just, like, with it was literally almost with, like, each step, like, each new bit, like, there was just this voice in my head being like, burn it. Burn it. Burn it all. Well, quite.
Yeah.
Like, it just kept repeating in my head, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's fun because it got rid of all of, like, the evidence that you'd been there, but it also got rid of all the proof that you might have needed. So, you know.
Yeah. And, like, any
She's
other
not
clues, like,
thought
now
that
we
far
can't
ahead.
go back to look for
Yeah.
the cure. This is
No.
the thing. Like, we had to get out in that moment, but we could have broken back in another day. And, like, now we can't. Now it's
Yeah.
gone.
She didn't think that far ahead.
Yeah, I know.
She doesn't.
So when we're speaking about maybe finding an in-between of the impulses and listening to people, yeah. So
Yeah.
just something. How do you feel about burning it all down? Fine? Neutral?
Apathetic.
Apathetic. Apathetic Agatha. Yes.
Apathetic Agatha is like your horror name. Apathetic Agatha.
I'll be honest, I don't think Agatha really
Like thought about
Registered
it.
registered
Yeah.
it.
Thought about it, cared,
Yeah.
had any feelings
Yeah.
towards it at all.
Yeah, but just when does Agatha have feelings?
Well,
Well,
today.
Well,
Well, she just like shot her friend.
angry. What was the word that you used?
Oh, seething. Okay,
Yeah.
she does have
Seething.
feelings sometimes, occasionally.
Feelings of seething.
Love, sadness.
Yeah, she actually felt things today, which we love for her.
Yeah, you guys got.
Okay, it was a bad choice to burn the place down. And
Yeah.
I think
There was a lot of
the more I
bad
think
choices.
about it, the more
There was a
bad of
lot
a
of-
choice it becomes.
Yeah,
I really do think that's going to be something that comes up in the thing.
yeah.
I think it is quite
Because
problematic.
the more I think about it, the more disturbed by it. Like I can feel Rosalind is, and she's just like put that away.
You know, you got back. You hugged
Back.
Madam B. It was
Oh,
lovely.
that was really
Lovely.
nice.
That was nice, wasn't it? That was
That was
lovely.
really nice. I love
Put the little toddler back to his bedroom. There you go. Night night. No, you got two toddlers to look
I
after.
do have two toddlers.
Yes.
Um,
One's your fiance.
One is
One's
my
your father.
All the men in Rosalind's life just keep doing this. It's almost like a metaphor or something, isn't it, guys? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a lot. I don't know what to say.
You returned them.
It was really nice, just like having that little cuddle with Madam. That was cute. I healed him.
Had a little
He
yappy
woke
yapper.
up. I did say
Maybe
yappy yapper.
Rosie is looking directly at baby Aggie.
She's like, oh, friend.
Yeah. Hiya.
Maybe Taya's looking directly at the camera, menacing.
I'm gonna burn down your house.
I'm really
I'm
upset.
gonna burn down your house.
It's her legs as well, just being like...
But he woke up. I gave him his ring back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really blacked out for this. I don't really remember a lot of what I said. I just remember the feeling of it.
Do you want to know, as a sidebar, what I thought was really funny?
What?
Because I know that we knew that it wasn't going to happen.
Mm.
But when you got the ring back, you were scared for so long that, like, putting it on something really bad was going to happen.
Well, first of all, like I knew that wasn't the case because I had since put it on.
Oh, had you?
Yeah, I put it on when I heard his voice in my head when I did sending to him.
Oh, you're so
When
right. I'd forgotten
Because
that.
that's when Lilith told me I don't need components. And that was that whole thing with Lyndon. But yeah, because I put the ring on and like nothing happened. Like I nothing bad happened, but I also didn't feel any connection
I
to
had
the god
forgotten
anymore.
about that.
Like
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
nothing. So I kind of
Okay,
like
it's
knew
not
it was
funny then.
empty.
Yeah.
It was just like a
I'm just forgetful.
no, it was just a like this is yours.
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore. Like, I don't want anything of you anymore. I'm done with that. I'm done with trying to be like you. I'm done with trying to, like, earn you in any way. Like, you can have this now and, like, we're done. Like, our debts are settled, kind of. Like I said, I remember in the Act 2 finale, like, maybe tonight I can return it, I can deliver it back to him, and I did.
Yeah. It was one of those conversations. It wasn't a
It
conversation.
was no conversation.
was-
You know what killed me? It was Lyndon the whole time, like... because it was really good to like bounce off of that, but it also made me giggle because there was one point where he broke and almost started laughing. It really got me.
Yeah. I mean, it was like bittersweet because you got everything you needed to say out, but you got
I got something.
You got something off your chest, and it
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I do remember her saying like, and it's as nothing as it ever was. Like, I'm getting as little back as I ever would have. Like, it's the same, almost. But it was... It's really hard to talk about because you know? But I do feel good. I do feel glad that it happened. Like, when I think about it, I can feel her, like there's so much left to be said, and there's so much that can only be said to his face when he can talk back to me and is awake. Like, there's so much to have out, but it did feel like a tiny bit of relief and catharsis to have any fraction of it just to his face. And like in a way that she could, because it was to like a blank face and somebody who didn't understand, she could just have this like really messy outpouring of like stream of consciousness, whereas like that's not what their confrontation will be when he's awake, because she's gonna try. I don't think it's gonna work, but she's gonna at least have to try to be like thinking about what she says and like meaning everything she says, whereas that was just like, it's your face and I actually can say everything I want to you now, you know? Which was really nice in a way. I do remember Lyndon like having it like smirking for like a split second, and I think it was when I was like, you remember your sons, you love your sons. I remember saying that because I remember Lyndon laughing.
That really like broke me a bit. It was the, I think you really do.
Yeah.
That really, I was like,
yeah. I need to watch it back and cry a lot, probably. I love her so much, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud that she didn't just like crumble at the sight of him and like go back to how she was, because that was always a potential. And the urge she kept having to like say sorry, and I think there was a bit where she was like, and I hate that I'm sorry and maybe one day I won't be because I don't want to be and I'm not. Like there was something about that I thought was really her whole arc, you know. And there was one more thing I wanted to say and I've forgotten what it was. It's gone.
it'll come back.
Yeah, this whole bit is just like quite hard to talk about because I'm gonna cry, because it's just like her whole thing for her whole life. But I'm really proud of her. This is the other interesting thing, because I described it as her instinct and her thought because she so nearly did it, but like cuddling him was so, because I have been aware for a while that that's something she might have done, and I'm really proud that she didn't. And I also think it's really interesting the way it came out of me / her / narrating whatever, when she was like, but I don't do that because he isn't aware and Rosalind doesn't do that to people. Like, what the fuck? That really gagged me.
Yeah.
And it was another one of these, like, Rosalind, when she faces people who have wronged her, but she never gets on their level.
Yeah.
Like, I love her so much. And I know we're about to get really, like, facing all of her biggest faults and mistakes in the next bit of this episode.
What are you?
So I just want to hold on to the fact that, like, in the areas she has grown,
She
it's,
has
like,
done really
astronomical.
well.
And like, it's. I think that's why this last, like, the worst bit is coming up for her of her arc, because it has to. Because in every other situation, she's resolved it, or she's on the way at least, or she's aware, you know. But yeah, I love her so much.
You can grow and regress at the same time.
It's just in two different ways. She's sort of fragmented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angry Aggie.
Angry Agatha. Apathetic Agatha.
Yeah.
You were seething.
See?
Albert came over and was like, "What's
That was an
on,
interesting
sis?"
Yeah, I don't know why I, like, because I said it to you outside as well that I felt angry.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I think it's angry that I've been given such a difficult choice. More than anything.
Yeah.
Not, because I'm not, because I, like,
And like she's
I
allowed
said,
to be. That's so
yeah.
justified.
Like I said when we had our conversation later, that I know, like, it's out of your control, but I'm still angry about it.
And it's like the fact that it is out of Taya's control doesn't mean you can't be angry.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's healthy, like, in a way. I don't know if she dealt with it, but like by the end she did.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
That conversation, she really was
Yeah.
like, no, okay, well, we're done
When
with
you
that now.
shut down and like went off, I was really like,
Yeah, I think that was because it was Albert, though.
yeah.
You know, like, love him, but like
Like he was really like, we're done with this now.
he wasn't trying to do anything. What?
No, you keep trying to explain.
I feel like, at least from my perspective, it didn't
Albert
feel like
hater squad for real.
it didn't feel like Albert was trying to resolve anything. It just felt like he wanted to know what the issue was, but wasn't going to fix it.
I think I observed a different conversation.
I think you were a part of a different conversation
Okay.
than what I watched.
All right, then what did Albert
But that
do?
happens.
'Cause,
No,
like-
but I also understand how
Yes.
when you're in the
No,
conversation,
no, I
it
do,
feels
I
very
do agree.
different.
Okay, what was Albert's?
Well, Albert saw and felt the way his sister felt.
Yeah.
He was like, well,
He was like,
I'm
oh
going
God,
to, I'm
yeah.
going to
Gave
try
a
and
platform,
gave a platform
and
for you to
wanted
speak.
like,
gave you time and
work
space to
through it.
speak, and
Yeah.
at the end of that conversation was like, okay, taking time to acknowledge, and then you were like, okay, well, I'm fine, and then went off to bed.
Oh, did Albert, was he paused into thing?
It kind of felt like
It
it.
kind of
Oh,
felt
Albert, I'm
it
sorry.
kind of felt like he was giving space both for him to process because
Uh-huh.
that was the first
And
scene,
for you
and
to
give
say
you-
anything more.
Yeah.
No, okay, from Agatha's point of view, that was like, I'm done talking, you're not talking back to me, so...
Oh,
now
no,
it's
but that's
awkward.
so siblings not understanding each other.
and that's why he didn't chase after you, because he was still going, well, you clearly still need your
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
So
like,
I'm
it felt
witnessing
like
you
that.
go away, but I
Oh.
want you to acknowledge
Albert,
that I
I'm
acknowledge.
sorry.
Oh. Apology video to Albert Pentecost.
I made a
Sorry I
serious
left you in the
sweat.
basement, and sorry I ran away from you.
Sorry I left you in the basement and I don't care.
Mm.
Talia carried you to bed, which wasn't Talia doing bad Talia things. That was Talia being nice girlfriend.
Yeah, and that did help, because otherwise I was just gonna, like, be with Frederick, like, forever.
She did then sleep in a different bed.
But
That could be healthy.
arguably, that's also healthy when she feels disconnected and weird in the relationship.
That's true.
Yep. I
Actually,
think none of
that's
nothing so far is the bad thing.
No, I know. I'm.
You know what the bad thing is. You know what the bad thing is.
We all know.
I forgot.
Interesting. Interesting that you forgot that.
Only for, like, this last 10 minutes.
Yeah. You...
I remembered when we were talking about it.
When we finished filming earlier, Taya said Talia was really Jesus.
MVP.
There we go.
Well,
MVP.
I didn't really mean about all the episodes.
Just the last 10 minutes of the last
I didn't mean
one.
about everything, guys. I just meant she had some moments.
Yeah, one of those moments was.
She did also have this moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
Which is just bad.
it was.
It was good.
And
It wasn't.
It was a
no,
good
but
time.
what it is for me is what I realised when we were, like, having lunch, that it's a parallel to Rosalind wanting to, like, cuddle him and, like, make him hold her and not doing that, whereas Talia, like, does her impulse to the man who can't respond. Whereas Rosalind's thing was, I'm not going to do that because you can't respond, and that's not what I do.
I just can't imagine it being satisfying.
This is the
Like,
thing.
I just can't imagine.
Well, I
it
think
being
that's what
satisfying.
Rosalind realised about, like, trying to have
Yeah.
any sort of affection was, like, that'll just be worse.
Yeah.
But I think, well, in the end, it wasn't, and that's why she was in the state that she was in afterwards.
Right.
I think.
It's like she didn't get anything from it.
Because there was like a moment of satisfaction when she saw the fear in his face, and she was like, "Good," because like that's a moment that
Being
she's wanted
satisfied
for
by
so
people
long.
Being scared of you is...
But then she like left, and she was like, "Well, what was the point of that?
Yeah, they're like,
That was stupid, and
It's also-
Donna didn't do anything."
it's also not his fear.
Well, yeah,
Well,
this is
yeah.
the thing. It's not Frederick Penhallow being scared of Talia. It's not the Frederick that did all the bad things.
This is equivalent
It's
of a
guy.
4-year-old being scared.
Yeah, like a random
Yeah.
4-year-old
Yeah.
who doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
Well, that was the only thing, because they do recognize you as a friend or like as.
Yeah.
But they still.
But he
don't know
knows
who you
nothing
are.
else
Yeah.
bar, oh,
well,
you're an ally.
that's why
She did it.
but like that's why it wasn't satisfying and it didn't
Yeah.
do anything for her,
Yeah.
because like it was pointless.
Yeah.
But she still did it because she's a bad person.
Yeah.
My next two notes is
no.
my first
It's
note
like,
is
this is the one.
this might be the one. My next note is tiptoeing around a difficult conversation, and then the note after that is
Did you
a
see the
difficult
tiptoeing through the tulip?
we might have done. And my note after that is a difficult conversation.
Awful. Terrible.
Bad.
It's gonna get worse. That was the nice easy bit.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That
They.
Comment below if I'm losing my mind, because I felt like I was losing my mind.
I was losing my
You're-
mind a bit
You've
sitting
not lost your
there.
mind. It's Rosalind.
Mhm.
Rosalind has never developed a mind.
I'm gonna read out my next two notes.
Yeah,
Because
everything
and
for
then
this
we can,
conversation we can-
yeah, and then we can. If there's any point in the conversation you guys want to go, but I do want to say this. First one is seeing the best in Talia is the most dangerous thing Rosalind does.
Yep.
Because she ignores the worst.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Second note
100%.
is Rosalind not holding Talia accountable is the worst thing Rosalind has done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the worst thing.
I agree.
It's the worst thing about her character. Like, it's the only thing that Rosalind consistently does that is harmful to herself and others.
And Talia.
Well, that's what I
and
mean.
Talia
like,
and
everybody.
Rosalind and
It's
every
harmful
other
for
person.
everybody in the situation, everybody around. and it has really scary potentials for the future, which is why, like, it needs to be stopped and, like, changed, and their whole relationship needs to be different. Which, basically, Maijai and I, between Acts 2 and 3, realised a lot of things, and we kind of knew this was coming. We didn't really know in, like, what way or, like, what it would be like, but we knew, basically, that, like,
we knew that a conversation would end up happening.
Because it's reached a point where it has
to be had.
The conversation ends.
The conversation ends when we realised our relationship was really, really toxic.
Which, like, we always sort of knew that it was bad.
Like, we always joke on this show about toxic teenage
like,
lesbians.
we knew that it was bad, we didn't realise how bad.
We knew it was bad, we'd just never had the time or space, I think, to think about it in such detail as this one day that we had. And we realised, like, all of these things. And then we were like, oh no. And then we went to Rio's workplace and we're like, hey, Rio.
Which they went, yes.
I was clarification, I work in a kitchen and I was doing a deep cleaning and all the chefs had already left.
Yeah, we didn't just like rock up.
And then they're like, we're outside, can we come in? And I invite them into the kitchen and they stand in one corner as I'm cleaning around and they're shouting at me. And every once in a while they look at me like expecting a response and all I can really say is, yeah.
Comment, did you know how toxic Rosalia was? Because we didn't. We knew it was toxic, but we didn't know it was that toxic.
Because what I can say is people looking for the best in Talia isn't innately a bad thing. It's the way Rosalind does.
Well, yeah.
Well, because this is my thing about it, is... Because, like, Madam looks for the best in Talia. Richard does. Like, everyone, not everyone, but, like,
it's the
people who care about her
any fault.
Do look for the best, but then they also acknowledge the bad. It's Madam being like, well, if she just spoke to me, like, if she just spoke to us, we might have been able to sort this out, you know? Like...
Richard being like, well, that's just murder.
That's just murder.
Well, yeah. Well, that was...
We'll get to that, but that was good.
Yeah. But, like... That's
just murder. That really is. That's not funny, but it is.
But yeah, it's the fact that because like Talia in that conversation was really like she always knew that Rosalind only wanted to see good in her. She didn't know the extent of like, let me tell you some bad things that I've done and you're gonna justify every single one of them. Like she didn't realize it was that. She knew that it was for like some things that are like, oh, that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
You know? But like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is that, like, we sort of knew that as players because we'd, like, had this whole big conversation where we realised all these things. But, like, Talia didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm very interested in, like, now she has seen that, how she goes about it next, because like, you know, it's so difficult. It's going to be so difficult to get Rosalind to understand what she's talking about.
Well, that was the other thing is like there were so many times that she wanted to like say something or say it in a certain way and she couldn't like get herself to, because she knows how, like, it's so like, to get Rosalind to understand, like, she has to be very blunt and very matter-of-fact and almost mean about it. Yeah. But, like, she doesn't want to say anything to upset or hurt Rosalind.
Which is also part of the problem.
Well, yeah.
Because the thing is that, like, like...
So she kept being in this state of, like, oh, I want to say this, but, like, then those words didn't come out. And then she was really just like, well, I don't really know what to do.
And, like,
here.
I kept seeing that in you. And in her own way of not knowing what it was, Rosalind was picking up on that. Because the thing is, like... Rosalind is very, very aware that things are weird and, like, that Talia's, like, not okay. And she wants to help. I mean, the saddest thing about the whole relationship is that neither of them have ever had bad intentions. They've both just wanted to help each other. And what they've ended up doing is, like, becoming very toxic and codependent. And it's so sad because so much of their relationship is really beautiful. And it's really sad that, like, Talia couldn't do it in the way, you know, that would have been nice, like, because the thing is like, I could see, and Rosalind could see in her own way, like, oh, you're not able to say or do the thing you're trying to get to, like, a lot of what, like, you know, it was a lot of, like, it felt like it was building towards something, but you couldn't make it come out or
Yeah.
happen. And Rosalind was feeling that. And, like, she sort of knew she was making it harder. She sort of could feel that she was saying the wrong things and, like, it wasn't good. But she also just, like, fundamentally, like, didn't know what else. Like, she was so confused. And I know it's, like, stupid. And, like, we can joke about Rosalind being a stupid bitch a lot. But, like, when it's strange playing Rosalind, and it's strange playing somebody who in every other area is, like, excelling in their character arc. But this is her one thing that she's never had to deal with or face or process. And it's really weird being the one in Rosalind's head because, like, in that moment, like, she didn't understand and she couldn't understand. And, like, yeah, I think that Talia can't make her understand in the way Talia wants to talk to Rosalind and treat Rosalind. Which is also the issue because, like, why do you feel like you can't be like that, you know?
It's one of those things. Correct me if I'm wrong at any point from an outside perspective. There were a lot of moments where you'd say something and you'd push it down and push it away.
Yeah.
In a way that you weren't actually taking what you were saying into consideration.
Yeah.
Continued actions of that can lead to resentment.
Yeah.
Like in real life, that
Of course.
and that's something I don't want. between
Yeah.
those two
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
I want you both to acknowledge your flaws.
For sure.
Because Talia's now
Talia's
trying.
which is
well, the
really
thing-
good.
Because
I
you're
think-
acknowledging the flaws.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I think the Frederick thing was like the final straw.
That's
of
really good.
like because, and I think it was just that like,
It
well,
was.
what the fuck
Why
was
did I do that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
No, but it really
and I
is.
think that was the thing that then made it like I don't want to be that. Like,
Yeah.
she's had this for a while where it's like she keeps doing bad things, but like she doesn't want to be like that, but she's not done anything to change her ways.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, that one really was like, that was the first time that she did it with the intention of it, where it wasn't
Yeah.
like, this is my impulse in the moment. Like, she woke up and she was like she was going to do it last night. She was going to
It
do
was
it when she put
premeditated.
Rosalind to bed, but he was asleep. You know? So, like,
Oh my god, that's why you asked if he was asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And,
Might as well have done it while he's asleep. Same
No,
fucking response.
literally.
well, yeah, but then I couldn't see the look in his eye, which is then the thing that made it pointless.
Yeah.
So, actually, it was kind of, I guess, good that she waited, but, like, not. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to work out, like, why this moment out of all of them. And I think that's what it was, because
No, it
that
really does
that was
make
the
sense
first
to
time that it
me.
was a pre-thought move. It wasn't just like,
Yeah.
I just think it's the same way with the fighting. No, it's not the fact that you need to be humbled in a fight, because I had that for a long time, that what I wanted to happen, and then I just
Yeah.
got rid of it. Someone needs to call you out.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Well,
what it
this is what she needs, and I think this is to like jump ahead a bit. I think this is why she didn't have the conversation with Richard, but she sort of
Yeah.
did, because she was like, "You're gonna tell me my shit,"
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because like all she really wanted to scream at Rosalind was like, "Can you just tell me that I'm bad, actually?" And not in that like, "Tell me I'm a bad person," you know, but in like a genuine, "No, the things that I did were wrong, and can you just fucking tell me that they were wrong, please?"
And had she said that in that tone, that conversation would have gone very differently.
Well, yeah, but then she can't.
The one
take that
person she
tone.
can be mean. The
Yeah.
one person she can't take that tone with is Rosalind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's-
But that's also like a problem.
yes, that's a
Well,
sensitive
yeah.
Like,
issue. Yes.
why?
Why are you friends with these two?
I don't know. Martha spent quite a few years trying to turn me against them.
Oh my
but
god, Martha was right.
Martha was
Right,
right all along.
actually, these two are a problem.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it was really rough going. I hated it. I hated that, like, after, like, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Right? It's so difficult being somebody with like proper cognitive function who plays Rosalind sometimes. It's so rough out here. Because, like, I know everything, and then I'm in her head, and I, like, there's no way I can explain how it feels to be so stupid. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not, it's, you know.
And you know the one line that's really stuck with me and I can't get over, because it really like, it's not the thing, because Talia can never be mean to Rosalind. But like, anytime she'd almost get herself to the point, it would then be, but you're the only thing that I have and the only thing that keeps me sane and, like, the only thing...
I said that once, I think.
Yeah, but, like, that...
It was the timing of that.
Like, that... Then any time Talia was gonna say anything, it was like...
Yeah, but, like, that's bad.
Well,
Yes.
yes, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just
I know.
stating a fact.
It just sucks. It all sucks. I hate
Teenage
it.
girls, am I
I
right?
hate it. And it's just the fact that, like, they can't communicate, like, in
But-
any way that's productive.
What I will say, that's really...
I was just thinking there's now a clip of me looking into the camera and just going, teenage girls, huh?
But if there's one
Teenage
thing...
lesbians.
If there's one thing that I will say for it, is at least this time she was aware that that is bad and that is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because she was really like...
Talia was
she
kind
was-
of gagged.
She was, but she was also really like, that's not how this should be.
Yeah.
And then...
Something's wrong here.
And then had to, like, reevaluate herself because she was really like, well, I can't make you be the only reason that I'm a good person. And then she felt really bad about that. What I will say, the one bit that Rosalind does actually have, well done, I'm very proud of you, was saying that anything with Frederick is, like, her decision. And
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was good. That was needed to be said
It
because
did.
that is
It did.
Rosalind's choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That is so... I love her so much and she's so frustrating and so strange. But, like, it's so weird having a conversation that is inarguably, like, a demonstration of Rosalind's, like, worst traits and, like, worst ways of functioning. But within it, there were so many moments that I actually was really proud of her for. And, like, if Rosalind's delusion land was right, I would be really proud of her for, like, several moments. And I'm not because of how it was. But, like, because I was really proud of her for saying that. And then I was really proud of her, like, again, if Rosalind was, you know, correct about the situation, I was really proud of her for the bit where you were like, I just want to be worthy of you, and Rosalind was like, no, we're not doing that. I feel worthy of you now, finally, like, for the first time ever, so we're not turning that around now. And, like... I didn't know she felt worthy of you now. You know, that came out, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And, like, that was...
Which, like, if things were the way that she saw them, would be great.
Would be great,
yeah,
absolutely.
but that's what I mean. But it's still a case of, like, oh, it's just really sad when, like, there's elements that you have worked on and, like, worked through, but then when it comes to the core of it with Talia, you actually are way back to childhood before all of your development and, like, just behaving off of all your unprocessed trauma and issues. And, like, that's really sad and it sucks.
The list.
Yeah.
The list really gagged Talia.
Yeah.
It's so difficult when, like, that is her truth.
You're
Not like that's
you're
my truth.
nice and you're kind and you're warm and you're home and you're son.
It's
like,
the thing of, like, you said
Put
that,
yourself in
and then-
Rosalind's shoes.
Absolutely, but then you have to, like, I think there's a lot of times where, like, you were hearing what was being said, but Rosalind wasn't listening because it was like you
No.
said that, and then Talia was like, "Yes, that's only true with you, only with you."
Well, this was
Yeah.
my
I'm not
thing.
nice,
This is
I'm
why
not
I was
good,
proud
I'm
of
bad to
proud of
everyone else.
Talia because she tried. Like this.
She did try
This was
really
my thing. Is
hard.
I actually. As bad as all of this is, I actually think she did really well.
Well, this is
in
what I
this
mean when I say
conversation.
Talia MVP. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this and Aggie.
Because like it's the first time she's ever like not
Stuck
accepted
to her
it.
guns, yeah.
And like she did she did sort of give up in the end, but she
Yeah.
still didn't accept it and let it
Yes.
work.
Yeah,
Whereas,
yeah.
so they had a bit of a conversation in Act 2 where it had almost come up after
yeah.
the whole...
When Talia was like, I got really angry, and Rosalind was like, that's valid.
after the whole like basement in the sanctum situation. And they sort of tried to have a conversation. Talia tried to speak about it and then couldn't. And Rosalind basically like made it okay, and
Talia
like
let it
you
be
can
okay.
see the moment where she's like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let this work.
Yeah.
Whereas this time, even though she didn't keep pushing and she didn't,
She didn't let it become okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Which I was
even
really proud of her.
even though like later on when we did sit down together, she was like, I will take your hand and like I will let you know that this is okay right now. It wasn't like,
But that's still Talia expressing her boundaries. You
yeah.
Because she was still like, okay, this isn't okay, but like,
But that doesn't
I'm
mean-
okay with you being
Yeah.
here right now, and I'll let you know that.
And
you
like
know?
that doesn't mean that, like I don't hate you.
Like, things aren't just weird now. Like, there's still this. I had a point and I've like forgotten what it was. I think it was about Rosalind like not really hearing what Talia was saying. But it's gone. Maybe
But then it
it'll
was
come
also
back.
like Talia wouldn't really. Also, that her downside is she didn't really let things expand on things or let things sit. Anytime that she did say something that could have gotten through, because it had taken so much just to get it out, she would then like, and because things had been shut down, she would just like move on to the next one and like not give it any space.
I think what the problem was throughout the whole conversation ultimately is that both of them were still just too scared.
Yeah.
Like both of them were still on a level of like, no, it's too scary to actually do this properly, so we're not going to.
Because
in very opposite ways, but there was, you know, Talia being too scared to properly like just let it out and be like, no, Rosalind, it's this, and Rosalind being too scared to listen and just like, no, it's not that, it's fine. Like that's just fear from both of them because they know it's wrong. Deep down, they both know something is very wrong in their relationship.
But at least now it's not deep down for Talia.
Yeah.
It's just like medium up.
Well,
it's more of a medium up because it's not fully surface. But it's
Yeah.
more of a medium up.
but
You're
she's
getting
at
there.
least aware that like
It's a problem.
that is bad.
But now Talia's also learned how bad it is because
Well,
Talia didn't know before. Like she knew this was a problem, but she didn't know how much of a problem it was because none of them did. You know, Rosalind is obviously ignoring it, but Rosalind isn't aware of like how skewed her perception is and like what this
The
dynamic
list
really
gagged me
is.
so much. Sorry.
What it was for me as well was when you started talking about when you guys were kids.
Yeah.
Because that very much I was just like you're going back, you're reverting to like no, things are
Yes, when
like
I was
this.
4 and things were lovely.
Yeah. But that's what Rosalind's whole problem is.
Well, yeah.
So like
And the one thing that annoyed me is Talia did misspeak then about like, oh, well, when people weren't nice to you, and Talia was like, that's because I wasn't nice to them. Because that is true and it isn't. So to clarify, because people weren't not nice to her because she was not nice to them. She was not nice to people because everybody was like, it
that's
was...
what Rosalind was saying.
Yeah.
Not that Rosalind was like correct in
No,
any way,
but,
if
like-
she was right about one thing, I will take it.
Yeah, but it was just that like, it depends on what age of child you're speaking about. But
Yeah, well, because Rosalind was like, but people weren't nice to you. Like, of course that was going to affect you.
yeah, which is
Like-
true. But it's
But
just
yeah,
like she
it's-
also was still... She then chose to take that and be not nice back.
Yeah.
Rather than like
Because,
anything else.
Because the thing that I always sort of, at the minute, come back to with Rosalind and Talia and why they actually can't be compatible until they've dealt with this is because in a lot of ways they're kind of narrative foils to each other and they're kind of opposites.
Their story
Because-
arcs are opposite
Well,
and
yeah,
it kills me.
because it's really like, okay,
Because we didn't create them that way.
but it's really like, here are these two girls, they both in, you know, very different ways had quite like difficult times in their childhoods. There's Rosalind, who was, you know, very accepted and admired in society and in public, and at home treated like shit by her family. And then you have Talia, who's the exact opposite, loving, stable, warm family, like not treated well in society. And Rosalind has taken her arc into like, okay, well then I will be kind and like I don't want anyone to feel as bad as I felt. And then Talia, who's kind of become a bully because she was bullied. And like,
But it's also the point that
It's
you
opposite ways
said
of
a while
coping.
ago of like, Rosalind's whole thing is learning that anger is okay.
yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
Talia's whole thing is like, actually her anger isn't
Yeah.
always valid.
Well,
or like just
yeah.
how we cope with
Well,
it.
I always think Rosalind's anger is going to save her. Talia's anger is going to destroy her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Rosalind was never allowed to be angry about anything, and Talia was allowed to be too angry about everything.
Yeah.
Any comments about the conversation?
Yeah. Did you see it coming? Did you know we were toxic?
Yeah, but not to the extent.
Yeah.
It wasn't until you were having that conversation where I was like, fuck.
Oh, Rosalind's dumb.
It was Ria's comment about being accidentally gaslit the wrong way.
Yeah. It was just for me.
please.
There was a level of frustration there because, like, you were saying, oh, I'm a bad person, like, I'm horrid, and you were saying, you're not a bad person, and it just kept repeating.
No, for real.
Yeah.
And I was
For
like,
real.
for God's, like, one of you just needs to
Are you
shut
bored
this
now?
down,
Yeah.
or
Uh-huh.
like, because I was like, this will just keep going on forever
It will.
until one of you snaps.
Yeah. But like,
But then that's
they
gonna
need
end
to.
up hurting someone.
But
like,
it needs
even
to.
more.
They need to be hurt. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really at the point now where I'm like, girls, you can't do that again.
Well, I think the thing is as well is Talia has now tried to do it in what
Yeah.
she sees as a healthy way.
Yeah. Or just like
Which
a nice,
is good.
gentle
You
way.
you tried to
Yeah,
communicate.
which is the right way to do
Really
it, but
good.
now it's like, well, that doesn't work.
No.
So, like, now her mind be running wild. And let me tell you,
I don't like that.
because, like,
Let me tell you something.
there was really one point to, like, jump ahead because we should, like, move on. We've spent a long time on the
Yeah.
conversation, but we had a lot
No,
to say.
I have
It's-
like one more
It's
point
like
to
the
make
whole
and then I'm
basis
done.
of our
Everything.
characters.
Yeah.
Hold on to your point.
Yeah. I try.
There was really one point where, like, she was almost like, maybe I'll just say all of the bad thoughts that I have all the time.
Yeah, but that's what she needs to do. That would work.
Yeah, but then she didn't because Duna was there, and it was like to do with the Viscount. And when I think she was just going to be like, oh yeah, like I would have let him die and taken him back to Park Lane and like not cared.
But then you-
like Agatha and Duna were both there, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, but you also said in that conversation that you threatened to kill Agatha.
This was my thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then Rosalind was just like, you're not a bad person. I'm like,
Listen. Let me tell you something. Not to defend my girl, because this is the one thing where I'm like, no, she is completely in the wrong. But like, she is dumb. And like,
Great. Full stop. End of sentence. We all agree.
but the point I came to when we were talking about this at lunch was that like, Rosalind is judging everyone by her own standards because Rosalind like can't fathom anything else. So everything that Talia did bring up, you know, some of them were more of a reach than others on the justification and like making up excuses front. But like there were some of them that were said quite vaguely, and so Rosalind's interpretation of what that would be is so far from the truth of what it was.
Yeah.
Because it's Rosalind, and she could never imagine you genuinely, like, maliciously, like, willfully, like, wanting Agatha to know you will kill her, rather than just an instinctive, well, I'll kill you, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference, there's levels, and, like, what Rosalind thinks is bad isn't what happened.
Yeah.
And like there was
it's
another one that
because-
I can't think of that was again like she really didn't understand like what you were saying or like
Was
what
it
had
about
happened.
wanting to twist man's arm and hurt them just to do it?
Maybe because again like when Rosalind has those urges it's kind of justified and it's just in a different way and like
but it's also you'd said in like the lunch break or something about the way that Rosalind used to talk about the things was to exaggerate it.
Yeah.
And like I can understand how from her point of view it sounds like Talia's also exaggerating it.
You're
The problem is
so
she's
downplaying
being
it.
deadly
Yeah.
serious.
And the thing is, she's downplaying
Well,
it.
yeah.
No, because this was the thing that I think I forgot earlier was that like the problem with Rosalind being somebody who is a massively like self-worth issues starting to overcome those in this conversation was that she thinks that's what Talia's doing because when they were children it would have been.
Yeah.
You know, when they were younger, even at the start of Act 1, it would have been.
Yeah.
Now it's different. But because Rosalind has been working so hard on realising, oh, maybe I'm not an evil piece of shit. Like, she's really like, no, you don't let me talk about myself like that. You're talking about yourself the way I used to talk about myself. And, like, I've been working really hard to not do that anymore. Like, she doesn't realise that it's different. And it's that same way of, like, Rosalind, when she makes mistakes, you know, Rosalind punishes herself so brutally and for such a long time, and like the breaking up with Talia when they were teenagers, like young teenagers, and like the whole running off to the Viscount situation, like these are things Rosalind blows out of proportion when she talks about them to herself and when she thinks about her role in them, like. So that's what she thinks Talia's doing with all of these things. And it's not. Talia's actually been downplaying them in this conversation and leaving out context, which is why Rosalind is then able to run with it and be like, oh, well, it was this, and this.
It's really the main downplay was like, oh, I killed a man. It's like, no, I murdered a man because I punched him hard because I was angry and I knew I could have punched him softer and I actively chose to go full force.
Which, like, she tried, like, the thing is...
But she needs it spelled out to her
clearly. Talia really tried to get those words out. And I think you can
You can see it.
Like,
you can see the struggle.
I feel like you can, like, see the struggle of her trying to get those words
was
of, like,
so
but
hard.
it wasn't
It was so
an
rough.
accident. And it was when you were saying about, like, people aren't as strong as you, and she was really like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people aren't as strong as me, and I knew that when I did it, and I willfully did it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and like if she'd said that, maybe it would have got through.
Well, yeah.
But unfortunately, like, it's just... I think this is something that I will talk about more in a future talks once they have had another conversation. Because I think the thing, and I think it's going to be interesting for an audience as well, is that, like, since that day we had this big conversation, like, we both realised a lot of things. I think the biggest thing, one of the biggest things was mostly stuff I realised about Rosalind and her relationship with Talia, like, from Rosalind's perspective and, like, place of existence. And it's really tricky to talk about, but, like, I know exactly why she's like this. I know why she's justifying it this hard, and, like, I know why, like, I keep calling her dumb. It's not.
No.
Like, it makes complete fucking sense that this is how she's responding. It's actually just really sad. But, like, and Talia didn't know that. The audience didn't know that. I didn't know this until we had this conversation where I realised it. But there's so much with Rosalind that goes so deep and so far back into, like, their childhoods together that is really awful, and that is the reason, like, her brain has not grown or processed past this. Like, this is 100% like a weird trauma response that, like, she's never had to deal with. But, like, to me, I know why, and it makes sense, but I feel like to an audience and to Talia, it's come completely left field because Rosalind's been doing so good. Like, it's like, oh, why is she being really stupid and like that now? I know why she is now, and, like, it makes so much sense. You just have to, like, stick with her the way you stuck with her when she was in her menacing wise era, because, like, you know, if we can get through that, we can get through anything. But, you know, it's weird being in her head.
So tough.
It's so exhausting being told how beautiful I am.
So exhausting being around these girlies.
Anyway,
but yeah,
we can move on
we
from the
can.
conversation now.
But just best belief.
Bear with, hopefully they'll improve.
It makes sense, and then you need
And
to deal with it.
If in about 6 talks times I'm no longer turning up for them, I couldn't stick along with it. It's exhausting. I'm tired. It's these girlies, teenage girls. They're exhausting. Team meeting.
Team meeting again. Rosalind being the leader.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is that she kind of used, like, the whole rest of the day as, like, a coping mechanism distraction from
Yes,
that
uh-huh.
and from Frederick.
Yes.
She was just like, oh, everything's awful, but it's making her be a leader, I guess. Like, and it kind of reminded me, in a way, and this is kind of cute, and we're back to, like, Rosalind having good growth. It kind of reminded me of, like, a better, healthy version of Rosalind and Bledlow being, like, the organised one.
Yes, yes.
And trying to, like, make everything neat and perfect. But this time it was, like, Rosalind being like, well, we have to do something. Let's make a plan. Let's try and be proactive. Like,
It's very different of giving Rosalind jobs to get her out the way. It's more of, like, Rosalind taking
Yeah.
initiative to
to
create...
get herself out of her own way.
Exactly. Exactly. But no, that's I'm really enjoying Rosalind's growth into a leader. Like,
Yeah,
I'm really
it's
enjoying
really
that
good.
story.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's nice while she's having her, like, most degrowth in another area to see her most growth in another one. It's really
You could just
nice.
balance it out. It'd
Yeah.
be great.
Balance out the growing.
Yeah.
But it is really lovely to see how much more confident she's getting with it. Like, even in, like, just the last few days, I feel like it's so much more natural for her now to be like, oh, people are gonna, like, listen to me.
Yes.
And it's also a case of, like, so much of the time nobody else does anything. So, like, I have to.
Yeah,
Because-
you're not wrong.
Like, nobody else would have made a plan or, like, been proactive otherwise.
Talia was going to suggest going to see Duna regardless, but
Agatha wouldn't have said shit.
Agatha would have done nothing.
Talia, it was you who said Duna. Yeah. So that was Talia.
That was a good idea.
It was literally like Rosalind as the leader was like, we need to get everyone together so everyone has thoughts.
So
and
we're
can
on the same
So we're all on the same page.
Because again, she's like a leader for the group and the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, everyone needs to be on the same page and contribute and, like, regroup.
It's like the it's like those LinkedIn images of, like, a leader and a boss, and it's like Rosalind the leader is like, come on everyone, let's work together, and it's the boss who's like, come on guys, you can do it.
Yeah, Frederick is the boss.
Yes, exactly. Come on guys, you push this thing for me, and the leader.
Yeah,
It's the very
for real.
specific images.
Yeah. But it was good. We made a little plan.
We made a plan for Duna. Oh, I enjoyed the the Lord of Hell and Lilith gossip for the group.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, guys!
It to come out as like me.
I loved it. I loved it.
No, it was a little bit. You were like, as the Lord who used to be her husband.
Husband.
Okay. Let me tell you something. First of all, we are in Regency England. We are in the land of gossip and scandal. That's what these people did for fun.
Oh, it was so good.
No, but the thing is,
Let me tell you something.
let me tell you something. I'm really on that at the minute.
You need to make an edit.
No, I do. But like, the thing that's so funny is she really didn't mean it to be like gossiping.
No.
What she meant by that, okay.
Let me tell you something that, like, you guys might not actually know this.
Yeah, genuinely.
You should know this too.
No, this too. But like, genuinely, what she was trying to say was like, oh, it's more stuff for me I haven't in. I can talk to Lilith and maybe I can find out what's going on there. No, and I'm fucking glad I didn't, because now I've got shit to say. Now I got more stuff to say. But like,
Oh, am I?
but like, no, it was more of a like, oh, and I have a connection here,
Yeah.
so I can follow that up at some
No.
point. It didn't come out like that, and I appreciate
very much
that.
by the end of it, it was like, oh, okay, I understand it. But
Husband,
like, but like, it
guys.
very much in the moment, it was like, oh my god, so yeah, I didn't tell you guys this.
Yeah.
So we think it was the Lord of Hell, who happens to be Lilith's ex-husband. Crazy, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna have a conversation with Lilith and
I was really
see what I can find out.
Talia had yet another moment where, like, Lilith was mentioned and she was really like, guess I'll just keep knowing nothing about that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't great. I don't want there to be resentment between...
No, but it's also like they just can't fucking communicate, and there's no like time or space for them to.
But also, like, how do they talk about
Because
that?
then they tried to, and like they look what happened, and now they don't want to. Because I don't know about you, but like after that, Rosalind was really like, well, it was that not knowing if I was allowed to like sit with you. It was that like I don't know if things are weird, and because you're the one who's like upset, I'm the one who's like being like, you know, I don't know how to deal with it, anything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how do I...
It-
Like, what do you want from me? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, are we talking? Are we not? Like, what is
Because
this?
the thing is, post-conversation, I think you handled that very well. Like, I'm still going to sit down next to you, but, like...
Just with that, like, is this okay?
Is this okay
kind of
energy? And then the thing like, no, it's okay, we can still sit next to each other. I'm just a bit moody.
Yeah.
Just a bit moody.
she sort
I
of-
think they did do that pretty well, to be
I
They
think-
honest.
did.
It is giving like a married couple,
No,
like
it
having
is.
an
No,
argument,
actually,
but,
kind of
they're still gonna have dinner at the end of the
Yeah,
night.
well, it was just sort of like, okay, but like that's not what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
it was
that
like
was-
we've got business
Yes.
to do now,
And it was
and like that's our personal life,
Yeah.
and we do need to deal with that, but we can't let that affect this sort of bigger issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
More bigger as in like affects more people.
Yeah.
Issue.
And like, what was quite good is they put it away quite well for the rest of the day, actually. Because then it became less awkward and weird
Yeah.
and just like a bit distant. But they still could like have a little bit of a laugh about the Viscount like not being handsome.
Uh-huh.
And like it was kind of okay. So they did handle that well. For props to them.
So,
But we went to Duna's.
but yeah, so the plans that were created was Duna, and then sending about, trying to figure out anything about the paladin guy
Yeah.
person. Then the potential of taking Frederick back to
Bloodlow.
Bedlow.
That's interesting.
And
They took him back to the sanctum.
they took him back to the, but yes, taking him back to the sanctum.
Talia was really like, am I stepping out of line by suggesting this? And I'm really like, why, babe?
Yeah,
Why?
I think
Why would that be?
because well, like, that's the thing. It's now the tiptoeing around the.
Well, yeah, it was
everything.
that like I don't want to make a decision about Frederick,
But it's
like,
still a smart
But
suggestion to
that's
put out there.
different. Like,
no, I know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like,
and she knew that. That's why
Yeah.
she suggested it. But she was really like,
because like a business decision for the good of the group, separate from I wanted to scare him. It's more like personal things with Frederick that is just for Rosalind to
Yeah.
decide. Anything else is kind of for everyone, and for Harold, you know.
I really forgot to go back to the Frederick thing for one moment. I always forget because I always get so focused on Talia's thing of like, you're a bad father and you mistreated my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I always forget how much other like personal issues Talia has with Frederick about like who he is,
Being there when Amelia died.
how he's treated her, how he's treated Gilbert, and how he's treated Amelia, like how he's treated the Bronton
Brontons.
family. I always sort of forget because it's not like the forefront issue
Yeah.
of Frederick that we see a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that all came back up when I was like, that's why she like put him down so not as kindly as she potentially could have.
But I do think it's for the best that he's at the Sanctum. It's one where Rosalind doesn't really like it, but like it is what's best.
But like he's safe there.
Yeah.
And like
I mean, it also means that Rosalind's not going to be like going in every single day to just like.
That's sort of what she wants, but she also knows that's not healthy.
Because that's what happened to Agatha. She would go into Harold's room like almost every day.
Yeah.
And like if Agatha went out, someone had to be. And then the one time where like I said, Talia, look after my dad for me, and then you weren't in the room, and Aggie got really.
Yeah.
Got Aggie, you know,
Aggie
she got pissed.
I do think it's for the best for him and for Rosalind. Like, I actually don't think that sleeping in the room next to him is the best move.
No.
Like, I know that we've just got him back and I'm sending him away again, but like...
Yeah.
Because she's not really got anything else that she can do until he's a fully fledged person again. It actually doesn't help having him sit next door as he is.
No.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually only going to cause more discomfort.
Yeah.
More so than the discomfort of, like, knowing that he's, you know?
Yeah.
I know what I mean.
I don't know.
I didn't say words, but everybody knows what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Richard!
Richie boy!
This was fantastic. I loved this. Do you want to eat your Oreo?
Okay.
I'll write my first note. I'll write my first.
Bastard!
I'll write my first note is Richard Law is always appreciated.
I love
It's
him.
just a little
Richard.
sprinkle in there. A little sprinkle in there. But
He's such a like three-dimensional, real, beautiful character. And every time Lyndon plays him, I'm really like, Lyndon is a different person. Like, his face and body are so like... I love Richard. Big Richard fan. And he handled Talia really well, I think.
I love Richard.
Because he's so like... honest and blunt, but in such a chill and like kind way.
Yeah.
I think it's really because it's one of those things where you can definitely tell growing up differently. He and the age difference. He's very much a case of like the world isn't black and white. There are no good people and bad people. There's just people who do good things and bad things, and how they react and respond to their own actions, which I think is a better way of seeing how you react and respond to other people's actions.
Yeah.
Because very much the Regency girlies are more... I mean, they're way less black. They're way more black and white than Richard is.
Yeah.
I
Weirdly,
love
Rosalind is
Richard.
the least black one.
Yeah.
Which makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Rosalind's also the least autistic.
That's true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Um,
Something's wrong with her.
I love
It's
Richard.
not autism though.
No.
I love Richard so much.
I love him so much.
Because Talia really, like, couldn't... Like, she felt... It was weird because she both felt, like, so bad, but also, like, knew that it was fully out of her control.
Yeah.
But, like... It was so weird because... Not to go back to the conversation, but every time Rosalind would be like, you weren't in control of that, she was really like, that's not what I'm talking about, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, this time it really... I don't know, it was just really, like...
It's because even though it was like out of your control, it still happened.
Like, I
It was
still killed you.
And it was still
Yeah.
someone that you care about.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's also like the first time that's happened, really, because you've lost control before, but you've never attacked your friends before.
If you could do it to Richard, who else could you do it to?
And like,
Because I think that's what it is she holds Richard in such a, like...
high regard.
Yeah. Like, Richard really is, like, father figure next to
Yeah.
Gilbert. And out of all of them, Richard is the one that she's like, I can rely on you, I can trust you, and you're gonna treat me the right way.
Yeah.
Like, Richard, I think, out of anyone, understands her better.
Yeah.
Because, like, Madam understands who she is, but doesn't know how to handle her. Whereas Richard understands her and knows how to handle her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, like, all of that combined made him, like, the worst person. Like, both the best and the worst person to go for, because, like, he's obviously going to understand, and also, like, he is the tankiest of everyone. He is the best person to go for.
Yeah.
Like, durability-wise, but, like, emotionally-wise, bad.
But I really like that he started it. I really like that, because, like, you were saying, like, Talia couldn't really look at him. I like that Richard was the one, like, because Richard had obviously clocked that, and I like that he was like, hey, we're okay. You know, like, that sucks, but, like, we're fine. We're good.
We all got out alive.
Yeah.
So there might have been a bit of death in the middle there, but we all got
Yeah.
out alive. We all entered alive, a little bit deaf in the middle.
He
We all
doesn't
got
know
that
that
life.
there's a bit of death.
Exactly. So it's like.
But he's just so like practical about everything in a really refreshing way. I love him. He's like what Talia needed in that moment after what happened with Rosalind.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so much.
It's one of those things where it's like, army. My opinion on the matter is bad. No one should have an army. But you can definitely tell that, like in the way he handles Talia, there is that thing of like mutual respect sort of situation as like, and I understand in the line like you weren't in full control, and sometimes you do bad things, and sometimes you think you're doing good things.
Yeah.
You know.
He really ate with that.
Because it's like, because that's a unique experience that like you'd only really get, especially in that time of an army person. Of, like sometimes you think you're doing good things.
Yeah.
Later on, you realize they're bad things.
And his like, it was killing people who didn't deserve to be killed. But you know, orders like I couldn't not.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Like, but you can still acknowledge that was bad.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's a really healthy person for Talia to go to maybe later on as well, like once she's like really dealing with it on her own, or like after she's dealt with it a bit, like as somebody who will be able to like talk to her on a level with it.
It was very fun having the conversation with Richard and just like in my peripheral seeing these two.
No, because it
doing
was
like the same thing.
The sass, like the shade of like, do you want to tell that to Rosalind?
That wasn't supposed to be.
It's the back-to-back sass for both of them. It's like,
giving,
that's just murder. What can you tell us, Rosalind?
No, for real. That's just murder really killed me. I love Richard.
That's so sad because that was so like she was so genuine about that.
Well, yeah,
like,
we know. That's why it's funny.
But like, I hope that he didn't read it as sass.
I don't think he did.
No.
I think he was like concerned, but he didn't want to push because he knows these girls like have teenage girl problems, and I think to an extent he sort of
doesn't care.
He gives it space.
Yeah.
You know, well, it's like when
Rosalind doesn't care, but it's just like okay.
No, but it's like okay, that's not my domain. Because it was like when Rosalind like ran off to the Viscounts, I remember you were like, my girlfriend's just like got engaged to somebody else, and he was like, yeah, that happens. That happens a lot.
Hasn't it happened to everyone? Come on.
And like it's that level, it's that dad energy of like, I love you and will care for you. I don't really know how to talk about your love life. Like, you deal with that, babe, you know? But you can tell he does really care. And I liked it.
That helped her a lot, I think.
Good.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
She's needed a Richard talk for a while.
Yeah.
And like that wasn't like a Richard talk, but it was like a Richard
It was
talk.
enough. It like sustained her for a bit.
Yeah. In the same way that like you're inevitably gonna have a Madam chat.
Yeah.
Talia needs a Richard chat.
Yeah, they are mum and dad.
And Aggie.
Aggie needs a Harold chat and Albert chat.
Aggie needs a part 2 of that Albert chat.
Hey bro, I kind of misread the situation.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Remember there was
I
just a
get
long time
it.
ago we had a conversation about, I can't remember exactly what we were saying, but I said something about Agatha's relationship with Albert, and you just kind of went, oh shit. And that was the end of the conversation.
Was it like, how do you feel? And Mum was like, I love him. And you're like,
Funny way of showing it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
that.
probably.
Funny.
The Agatha Albert relationship, like,
I love it.
I love it, but what the fuck is going on, bro?
You know what's going on? It's what happens when siblings who are 10 years apart and one of them was really super coddled and protected sort of get back in touch after a few years and like reconnect.
Yeah.
And so there's that, like, neither of them really know what they're doing with being a sibling, but they love each other and are trying, and it's kind of sad and emotional as well, but also it's just funny, and also, like, my useless brother's here.
Yeah.
You know?
Love him.
Love him. Albert was so nice. Sorry, we'll move on from that. Bye.
so we went to Duna.
We went to Duna.
Yeah.
Aggie won.
I love
hand
Duna.
squeeze. That was my first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You
Aggie
went
won.
to... Yeah, because...
It's just it's the way I saw it in my head. It's just like going for it, and you just went
That is not canon.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
it was more like go to
Yeah.
grab my hand. It was more like
Oh,
like that.
that's worse. I'd much
That's not
rather.
how you described it, though.
You did it quite
Oh.
sharply
Yeah.
in the moment.
Which
Oh,
is
did
how
I?
You were quite
Like, it was
I'm
more
not gonna...
small, but
yeah,
it was sharp.
small, but it was quick.
It was like
It's more like a
in
put your hand
actual...
out. Put your hand out. It was no. Oh wait, I'll put my hand out and you do it to me. It was more like a
Okay.
like
Yeah.
more sort of that sort of
It
situation.
was almost like a flinch away.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how I read it.
But if you...
And because the only reason, to jump ahead a little bit, because the only reason that Talia brought up the conversation is because you let Rosalind take your hand. Because at first Talia was just like, oh, it's just this, like, you just don't want it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. But I didn't see that, so that makes sense.
It was a bit later on. It was, we'd had...
So it was when...
You had, like, had your fortune.
Oh, it was when Duna was saying, like, you're going to have big choices to make and something. And you just looked really upset, and I just, like, squeezed your hand for a second. Like, I didn't hold your hand.
I didn't even
Because
clock
reached
that.
across Talia
I
to
reached
do it,
over and I was
and
just,
you
like,
allowed it to
squeezed.
happen. And Talia was like, huh. Because that's why that's the only reason that she clocked that, like, there was an issue with her.
That makes
because
sense.
she sort of just thought, oh, this is a lot, and you, like, you don't really want to be...
Yeah.
You don't want to be perceived.
Yeah, or like you don't want it to be acknowledged, or you don't want anything brought up. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just leave it. So yeah.
Well, that's because me taking my hand away from you was a very deliberate choice of mine. But that was just like, I didn't even think about that.
Because Agatha didn't. She was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good thing that happened like that, though.
Guys, we rolled this bad insight on Duna and after we bullied them in Fathers and Failures.
I think it's so great. I think that's I think that's beautiful because it just
so funny.
because it makes it less so about the father's incompetence and more so about like
Duna.
what the fuck is up with Duna?
Literally.
What the fuck is up
Her
with you?
vibes are so confusing, nobody can work out. But it's just the idea of 2 generations of these 3 families just going, huh? I really want to do like art, just like of the dads, and then underneath like a comic, the girls just looking at Duna being like,
Duna being like,
what?
cats.
Like, it's so good. It's so funny. Harold showed us the bracelet.
Oh my god, yeah.
But that was really funny. But yeah.
Oh no, because that was a little bit of like when he was talking about Duna and like she's a charlatan and we and we were all really like.
What did Rosalind? I feel like Rosalind either said something or thought something in that moment.
She said something about like, well, regardless of this, blah blah blah, and I was really like,
I think she was like, well, she can do these things. But what Rosalind actually wanted to say, like her impulse was like, oh, and I'm a woman sorcerer. But like she didn't say that. She's not quite there yet.
It very much.
But that was her like subtext. Was like, hello.
It's very much the case of like the way I saw it for the answer. It's like him obviously making it towards a woman, but it was very much a case of like, well, she's just like a con artist, and it's like, well, you actually, Howard, you fall in that very middle bracket of like, you're not rich enough to be interesting, like you're not like smart enough to be interesting, and you're not poor enough to be willing to like help you. So you are the type of person she wants to con and rip off.
And she did.
And she did. And that's exactly why Harold has that very specific opinion of her.
Yeah.
No, you're so right. You're so right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I made Harold buy that bracelet in Fathers and Failures.
So funny. You had such a good time as Harold. Watch Fathers and Failures if you haven't. It's so good and so sad. But yeah, Duna was
told our fortune.
Duna told our fortune.
Yeah.
Duna let us into her second little room. She had a little bonsai tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cute.
That was cute.
I
We
like
were all
that.
really like, oh, bonsai.
Yeah, but I was like, would they know what a bonsai is?
No, that's why
Interesting
Rosalind was
tree.
just like, oh, this is pretty. This is interesting. What an interesting room.
Talia was like, that tracks. It tracks that you'd have a tiny tree.
Yeah.
I don't know how you have a tiny tree, but it makes
I like
sense.
it, yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as Lyndon described the cloth covering the ball, I was like, oh, we're getting our fortunes told. We've been getting our fortunes told.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what he was explaining.
I had such a clear image of like a fortune teller, like ball covered in a cloth, and I was really like, yeah.
Hello?
Something landed on the roof.
Yeah, the note I wrote for that is favours and fortunes, which is...
Oh yeah, we all promised a favour. You actually didn't.
You did.
I actually didn't promise
didn't.
any
No, and you really got away with it.
You really...
She just, like,
I was
didn't-
really sat there and I was like, Lyndon, come on.
No, same.
Lyndon, come on.
Because I was really waiting for it and then it didn't happen and I was like...
I was really like, is that a choice?
It's...
I was like,
No, because I was like, well, I already owe you a favour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you still owe her just one.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, because you'd said that, and she was like, okay, but the 2 of you, and then you agreed.
I was like, yeah, and you didn't.
And I didn't say
Say
anything.
anything.
And she didn't call you out on that, which is interesting.
Which is interesting because I don't know how much you really want to fuck with Duna.
No, for real.
I don't know how much you want to fuck with Duna.
Well, the thing is, Talia's not anti-owing a favour.
She's just careful.
Yeah. She just She would have agreed. I just think she doesn't want to be too hasty agreeing. And at least now that it's not been pushed, like if Dina asks her to do something that she doesn't want to do
Talia now
or
can say
doesn't,
no,
yeah, well, yeah.
Which is
But
interesting.
she would have agreed. She just, I can't remember why
But
she
she
didn't
didn't
straight
have
away.
to. Like, because Dina just like didn't really care.
Well, yeah, which
Which
is
is
interesting. Probably because Talia's gonna die before she can do a favour.
Speaking of which, so there was my two fortunes were the key and the choice that I'm going to be burdened with. I think I know what that fucking choice is going to be.
What is it? What do you think? Killing Talia?
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Too easy.
No,
Really?
That's way
like,
too easy.
because I let me tell you something. I have been saying for a while that I think what would like solidify Agatha's growth is having to make a big choice about the fate of the world.
Yeah.
Because Agatha's always so apathetic and not active.
Uh-huh.
Like Agatha's growth would be like choosing the right thing in a really difficult
actively
way.
doing something.
So I'm really like, no, I actually think I know, like I'm on a wavelength with Lyndon. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, that's
To scare
scary.
you. But that's why Rosalind like squeezed your hand because your reading was quite ominous. Like I know you were first, and then like
Yeah.
the others were as well. But like it was you're strong enough for the burden. Of
Yeah.
like that's hard. Like Rosalind was really like, oh fuck, babe.
And I was
Yeah.
truly like, not currently, but you know. we'll
No,
see.
but like she will be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has to be. She simply has to
But
be.
yeah, and then the key bearer card was there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was interesting.
mean?
Yeah, like
No.
like the morning
I
star. I'm
thought
just
Aggie
like
was
it's
the
the
key bearer.
fucking devil.
Because we drew like 3 cards in a row way back when.
Yeah.
That felt like the 3 girls, and then the key bearer, and I was like, well, the key bearer has to be Aggie.
Yeah, but what is the? Why am
What
I
is the
bearing
key
a key?
I mean, the key bearer is.
But maybe you're the key to something. Like
Maybe-
your choice is the key.
maybe you're the key to keeping the world closed forever.
Look at this face. They're like, why would I be
I
that?
mean, what job does a key bearer have?
Unlock a door.
Oh, and now you pick locks also, which is interesting as key bearer. Now you're right.
It's
Yeah,
also
it
not
isn't-
just to unlock doors.
But to keep them
To
locked.
lock them.
To keep them
Yes,
safe.
and also to make sure no one else has access to the
To the
keys.
keys.
Yeah, which is very closing the gate.
And it's
between
gonna,
worlds.
oh god, because it's gonna be the morning star. Like I'm gonna like.
The way you're reacting is like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. This is so much, man.
I don't want to save the world. I don't
Yeah,
want
we
to
know.
defeat the devil.
Mhm.
Just
We
let
know.
me. Let me.
From the Bible?
Just let me be sickly in bed.
No!
Beach.
No, do your
Life-
character
life
arc.
was so
no,
It
did you
easy.
wasn't.
Life was so easy when I was sick in the beach.
It wasn't.
No, because we've really been flying by doing no character development, no character arc, no character growth. Like this one over here has been doing so much, and now we're like, oh, it's the final act, and we actually have to do it.
No, and now you're both like, oh, it's so difficult. I'm like, yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is,
This
isn't
is
it?
where I've been since day one.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Being good
Since
people is
episode
hard.
5, okay, I've been working so hard to grow and change, guys. But yeah.
Oh.
Thanks
Scary.
for joining me.
It's
Hurry
almost,
up.
But like, almost
it'll
like
be-
you're a good person,
Yeah,
and
like-
the rest of us aren't.
It'll be fine. Like I'll do it.
I have to get
I
it
care
done.
about saving the world. Like, fine, like I'll do it.
No one else can close this. I'm the key bearer.
I'm the key bearer.
Fine.
No, I really do think you're the key. I'm quite justified because I thought you were the key bearer when we first pulled that card, and now I'm
Same.
like, yeah, you're the key bearer.
Yeah.
I'm the key bearer. But like, what does that mean? I guess we'll find out. Let us know what you think being the key
Yeah.
bearer means. Give us your predictions.
It was.
Mine was a wolf with long arms and legs.
Which I think was.
I wonder what that could possibly mean.
Demon Talia.
Yeah, but also Demon Talia doesn't and
No.
can't run on all fours.
That's true.
So-
Maybe it was just supposed to be about like the inner monster.
I mean, and you know, Agatha also isn't keys.
Agatha isn't keys. I'm not a bird.
You know. Yes, exactly. You're not a bird.
Keys.
Are you sure? Are you sure,
wolves, and
bird?
birds.
My bird.
Hey, my
What was-
bird.
What was mine?
It was
Something
was
about a
a
sacrifice.
wolf running, and like there will be sacrifice, and like
I wrote it down. Great sacrifice, but perhaps all may not be what
Yeah.
it seems.
Mm.
which is why I'm like, it doesn't mean you're just gonna die.
Yeah, I
That
think
is
that's-
what it seems. Like all is not what it seems.
I think
So long as Rosalind doesn't die. That would be the
Yeah.
saddest ending to this story, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if either of us
It would
died,
make sense.
it would be fine.
No, I do think I kind of have narrative armor in the sense that, like,
Yeah.
because of what her arc has been, it actually just, like, wouldn't be a good story if she died. But, like, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, but knowing Lyndon, that means he's gonna kill you.
Yeah, but I don't think he will. But also, like, he actually can't. I just won't die.
Anyway,
But
I'm
yeah,
intrigued on what my
but all
sacrifice
is not
is.
what it seems has really interested me.
well, me too, because there are a couple sacrifices that there are like 3 main ones.
That, like, would make sense.
Yeah, which is Talia dies. She sacrifices herself to save everyone else.
Yeah.
She has to give up Rosalind in some way.
Yeah.
Or, like, she can't save Gilbert, only one of them can come back, like, something to do with leaving Gilbert in hell. Or, like, something like that, you know?
Or staying in hell so Gilbert can come back.
Yeah. Something so that, like, either she can't save Gilbert or she can't see him again, you know?
Yeah.
But those all are what they seem.
Yeah, those are all quite, like, face value. But then,
You know?
But then I
Yeah.
do think that the Gilbert one in particular, there could be a lot of weird lore shit too that would, like, could
True.
twist it, you know?
I have a theory, but I don't know how much I want to say it.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, because it's like...
Is it one where, like, you can tell us later on maybe if it, like, has or hasn't happened?
Yeah, I guess so.
But I want to know now.
No, I know, but it's literally just such a smattering of a theory that it's probably not it.
Okay.
It's literally just like a dripple.
What's it to do with? Can you give
It's-
us, like, a hint?
Well, it's to do with like it's not sacrificing yourself; it's sacrificing something within yourself.
Yeah. Well, there's that too.
Which is-
in the sense of, like, either she's got to go, like, full demon or, like, get rid of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that aspect to it. But
Which I kind of put towards, like, sacrificing herself to.
Yeah.
But it's also the. I don't know. I'm gonna stew on it for a little bit.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna
That's
see
okay.
how
That's
it
allowed.
goes. I could be. If I'm very, very wrong, I'll tell you anyway. And if I'm very,
Yeah.
very right, then I'll sit down one of these
be like,
talks. I'll be sat down like, so guys, let's see what happened this episode.
And then you pulled the death card.
I did, but I didn't show either of you.
Yeah, so Aggie and Rosalind don't know.
Yeah.
But it's another one where I'm like, but the death card is not what it seems, because now I'm like, everything is not what it seems.
Well, it's
to
just.
be.
I'm just like, well, someone's gonna die, and it's not gonna be you.
Yeah.
Which is
Last time
annoying.
it was Thomas.
Well, that's why, like, I'm glad you didn't show it to Agatha, because
Oh, Agatha would be so traumatized.
Agatha would be like, Thomas
Put that
died.
back.
The last time that card came out,
It was
Thomas
on his
died.
chest. It was on his corpse's
Do you know
chest.
what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I? Do you know what my thought was?
Oh god.
Not about who it's gonna be,
Mm.
but me pulling that card is what makes it happen.
Interesting.
Because Duna said, "Be careful with those cards,"
Mhm.
and I didn't really listen, and I pulled another card,
Mhm.
and it's very that like one Doctor Who episode.
Mm.
You know, but it's also
Yeah.
like that's kind of how things go. Like once you know it's going to happen, once it's written,
It's
then
written.
it happens.
Yeah, but then it's also like, but that with Thomas, you knew after the fact, like you knew he was dead.
But with Thomas, I felt the inkling that was I didn't have a choice about whether I pulled that card, and I
Yeah.
instinctively knew it had already happened.
Yeah,
I didn't have that this time.
yeah, that's true. But then with this one, you didn't really get, and like Lyndon wasn't like, oh, you know, someone's gonna die, like you know.
Yeah, I still think it means something.
Yeah, it means something. I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means, but I do think that something depended on whether or not I turned that card over.
Yeah. I'm so interested on when Lyndon put them like that there, and what that was.
Yeah.
I think he did it.
Well, when
this
I
morning when
opened-
I put the cards
Yeah,
down.
when
Yeah.
I opened my notebook this morning, the Morning Star was in my notebook.
The Morning Star's always in your notebook.
You are being followed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it really made me giggle, Aggie being kind of sassy about it and just like, well, it'll probably follow you around if you don't take it. So,
Yeah.
like, that made me giggle. I love it when the girls are teenage girls about things.
This having Lilith written in
No!
it.
Yeah.
No, because do you know what gets me about this?
Look at it.
Lyndon made these so long ago. Like, Lyndon made these before she was introduced as a character, before I was engaged with the Viscount. Like,
Yeah, but he always knew.
That's so funny. That's
He-
so funny.
I don't know what he knew, but like, this gagged me. But yeah.
So yours was a
A bird flying and then bursting into flames.
Talia was very like Phoenix
Yeah.
School.
Yeah.
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 Rebirth.
I hope that's what it is, and not just like my
Flying-
Taya Lilith is
flying
gonna destroy
free
me.
and then-
It's also
it could
kind
be-
of
because that's how Rosalind read it,
it's
Yeah,
also kind of Icarus School.
Yeah.
which Rosalind is kind of.
Yeah.
But like, Yeah,
You're flying dangerously close.
Yeah, she is. She knows she is. She's baby girl too close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
This is why I don't like it when you say Morne too close to the sun, because it's bad connotation.
Aw,
Yes,
it's just
it
funny.
is.
Like, it's
not
funny
what we mean,
connotation. I love you, Morne.
I love you too.
But yeah.
It's just like sometimes Morne's hard.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Taya's hard. Like,
Yeah.
And Rio's soft.
uh.
I said what I said.
No, so the bird, I was really like, now I'm really like, I don't know what that bird was, because I did have the phoenix thought, and I was like, oh, that makes sense for Rosalind, but then I'm also like, what if it is a dove and it's like just destroyed because Lilith's gonna destroy me?
Because
Like
she
that-
called you a dove.
Yeah,
And then called you a dove.
yeah.
And then Talia was like, well, Talia wasn't. I was like,
I just
No,
like...
same! No, because Rosalind, when I rolled my last insight, I was like, Lilith, are you just spying on me now? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
But I
it
wouldn't
might
know.
be.
I just find it funny that it's a dove, because they're like peaceful, angelic birds.
Yeah, it's Rosalind.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But like, yeah. So that was the thing, and my first thought was sort of phoenixy,
Mhm.
and then this got pulled, and like you pointed out what it was, and it's so clever the way Lyndon has done it. Like, you can see the picture of this now, but like,
It's the fact that I didn't clock it straight away.
no, and it's because of how he's done it. Like, they don't look like letters. They don't look like a name. They look like symbols and markings.
Yeah.
Well, when I first saw it, I wasn't wearing my glasses, but I saw an L. I saw the H. I didn't see the middle bit, and then
Yeah.
I thought they were numbered. I thought it was
Yeah.
Roman numerals.
Yeah, that's what I
That's what it
thought.
looks like. And like, it was the H really that got me, because you were like, is this letters? And I was like, well, that's an H. And then it became really clear.
Yeah.
And like, then when I saw it was Lilith, then I was like, oh, the bird is a dove and I'm gonna die. And then Duna called
But
me
also,
a dove.
it's the night
the
bird.
night bird, yeah.
So like maybe Lilith,
But
because
yeah,
Lilith,
Lilith is the
one
night
of
bird.
Lilith's forms is a bird.
Yeah.
If you look at how she's been represented and stuff,
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that she like can form wings, and that's like one of her things.
Well, I figured that the night bird is Lilith. Like, I figured that's
like-
like a name for her.
I mean, when I think of nightbird, if someone asks me what's a nightbird, my first response is owl.
Oh yeah.
That's my only contribution I have
Yeah,
to
I
this
think
conversation.
it's like a bird of the night, and it's like dark and spooky. That's like what
You know how the devil is the morning star?
and the night bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Morne, so
Wow.
we've been playing
Okay.
D&D today, right?
Guys, you're being really
I
mean
know.
to Morne.
That's all right. I think this. I really like. I just know that Lyndon driving home earlier was just.
No, for
Yeah.
I know. I can't get over these cards because I remember him making them and it was so long ago. I can't believe there's a Lilith card because like, I genuinely.
It just makes me want to look through all the others.
Yeah, but I know we can't. But like
Can
genuinely.
I have no. I have no.
I don't see why you
Oh,
can't.
come on.
No.
No, it's not fair when we want to. But like genuinely so much before I even like
Yeah.
got involved
No, yeah.
with Viscount.
I'll tell you,
properly.
Talia's tempted to just like lay them all out, because then she's not
Yeah.
like pulling a card.
Maybe we should.
Oh, I
Fuck
dropped
it,
them.
let's do it.
Like,
Well, no, because this was her idea before. So you know when she got psychic damage every time she turned a card over,
Psychic damage.
she was like, well, what if I just throw them all out?
Yeah.
And then she was like, well, what if all of those cards then give me damage?
Yeah, and what if they all come true? Well, if I'm there to heal you, fine.
You weren't there when I had the thought, because it was a long time ago.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is if we all do it now, like if
Yeah,
we
but
lay
now,
out all the cards
now
for
she
the
won't like
investigator-
throw them, separate them. She'll just lie them all out.
Yeah.
Because she's not been hurt by them in a long time.
No, and now we can just like see
Yeah.
what they are. But yeah, that was weird.
Because I feel like if I just lay them all out, if I'm not pulling a card, then I'm not like making them come true.
Yeah. I want to. I want to look at them.
Hey, run with that theory. I'm curious to see where it goes. I have no reason why I think that wouldn't work, so just do it.
Yeah, I mean, just get yourself up to full hit points, and then if you do take damage, it's fine.
Funny.
Unless you do cause the effect of every single one.
No, but that's my other problem. Is like, what if they all just come true at once? But then,
But
like,
I feel like that's only true if I pull a card,
Yeah.
because then because
But maybe
I'm doing
it's
it with
like,
the intention of trying
Yeah.
to find something out.
yeah,
because if you fell over and dropped them, you didn't intend to do that. But if you intend, you're like, Oopsie.
Like, I
Then
sat and I
Nicole.
tried to will your card to the top before I turned it. The key bearer, I tried to will to the top and then I turned it over and the key bearer was there.
But they're also.
But I guess it is. I mean, we don't know the magic of the cards, but like, if the card knows the intention, then
Yeah.
you doing that, it knows what your intention is.
But my
Yeah.
intention is to just see what they are.
yeah, and maybe the cards
Yeah.
don't want
Don't.
that.
But they're also like not. Like a lot of them aren't like things that will happen. They're like just things. Like, you know what I mean? So pulling the Morning Star doesn't mean the devil appears. It's just a card that represents the devil.
Yeah.
You know?
Unless
Like
the
this
devil's
doesn't
joking.
summon Lilith. It's just about her. You know? So who knows?
Yeah.
But
Who-
I am intrigued, and I am.
But that goes back to the theory that that the devil is trying to get a hold of Agatha to combat.
Maybe. Oh, I forgot we had that theory.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. But I am very glad though that I kept forgetting to descending to Lilith, because like now I want to talk about this. Now I want to be like, do you know a woman called Duna? What's all this about? What's all this with birds?
What's up with all them birds, huh? I'm going down to the pub and it's filled with fucking birds, alright?
I think she's a lesbian. Like, what's going
What's
on?
with all these birds?
No, but like she is now.
A
I
lesbian, we all know.
yeah. Well, no. Now she has more just like. There's nothing coherent, but it's just like what this.
What this?
What this
Is
about? What nightbird? What dove? What this to do with me?
Phoenix? Question mark?
What owl? Oh, woo.
Am I a dove or a phoenix or a nightbird? Why do people keep calling me these
Perhaps a
things?
kite or a hawk.
I forgot. But
You're
yeah,
so funny.
we are. We're so funny. But this card really did fuck Rosalind up, and the reading fucked her up a bit because, again, it's that like. I don't think Rosalind really had the phoenix thought. I think she was just like, oh, cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get destroyed again. Cool. And then this card was pulled and she was like, okay, cool. And then yeah, she just like was really frustrated with not having anything to focus on for like the rest of the day, and she was stressed about this. Because Dana calling her a dove really, she was really like,
What do you call it?
she really had a like math woman moment. Like that's really freaked her out a bit. So I'm interested to see what she does with that. Like that's where I've left Rosalind, is sort of being freaked out by that.
Yeah, fair, valid.
Because Rosalind just went off and was stressed.
You
You watched
you
the episode.
you watched the episode. You called the Viscount
not,
ugly.
why?
You called the Viscount
I
ugly.
did call the
you called
Viscount ugly.
ugly now.
I didn't call the Viscount ugly. What Rosalind did was explain compet in Regency terms, because she was really like, I thought he was so handsome. I think just because everybody sort of acted like he was and said he was, so I just thought he was.
I thought that's
Like,
what handsome meant.
That's so compet. That's so lesbian coded. I love her. Funny.
Yeah.
You both, the two of you went no. The straight
Yeah,
girl, he was
you-
like no,
nah.
handsome, not my.
Well,
type.
this is the thing, because I can, like, Talia was obviously going to be like,
Yeah.
because, like, she doesn't understand finding men attractive.
Mhm.
Past, like, oh, I like you as a person, so you're kind of an attractive person.
Yeah.
It was really Agatha being like, even I didn't think he was attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 out of 10
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
girly, actually.
Absolutely.
That was so funny. That was actually really funny.
Yeah. That was a
Sometimes
good-
Agatha's
It was
hilarious.
it was one of those moments because there are so few moments where you like see that these teenage girls are teenage
No,
girls.
for I
Yeah.
love
That's
it.
really where it's
Yeah.
just like outside the room. It's
It
like,
was-
I just really thought he was handsome.
It was so nice to have, like, a moment of,
And
like,
the other
levity.
two just being like,
no.
Especially because, like, Talia doesn't understand conventionally attractive men as attractive, you
Yeah.
know? Like, any men where she's like, I could see them as an attractive person, other than Thomas,
yeah.
weren't conventionally attractive people. And
Yeah.
the only reason with Thomas is because he was so lovely.
Yeah.
Like, he had such a
Yeah,
kind
good
heart
heart.
that, like, of course I think
Yeah.
you're a beautiful person.
It was,
Yeah.
The conversation was really giving when you break up with your partner
No,
and then
for
your
real.
friends are like,
Yeah,
where
he
you
was-
went out with him.
Yeah.
He was ugly.
For
Yeah,
real.
but it is just that, like, I think with the Viscount, it's always really funny because I have such a clear image of what he looks like in my head.
Yeah.
And it is a man who is very, very conventionally
Yes,
attractive.
yes.
But, like, he's almost so conventionally attractive and in such a, like, the way rich white people are conventionally attractive, like very rich people, almost inbred looking.
It's like me with Ryan
Do you know
Reynolds.
what I mean?
It's like me with
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds very looks
I
like
don't
it.
But it's like you're almost too handsome to
Yeah.
be handsome. Like
Yeah.
you're so handsome that it's circled back to like you're weird.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
You're handsome Squidward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
kind of handsome Squidward.
Yeah,
Where it's just like,
and
and then
Like you've got all the right features, but it just doesn't.
but there's
quite-
nothing behind the eyes,
Yeah.
so it's
Just
weird. And like seeing him like stubbly and stinky, Rosalind was really like, what was wrong with me? Like, funny. But then you guys had some beautiful personal growth.
Yes.
It was
All because you let Rosalind take your hand.
yeah. It was strange because I was so close to just saying like I'm okay, like I'm not mad at you, like whatever, just but
Whatever.
but I don't know, just I thought I'll be honest, and I was,
And I'm really proud of her for that.
and
Yeah.
Talia was gagged.
yeah, and Talia didn't get upset with Agatha either.
Yeah.
Like
You
I
could
feel
see
like,
Talia trying to be a better person,
Yeah.
like already in this. I think that was the thing for me, was like everything Talia said to Rosalind about like wanting to be better and nicer, you then played out. And and Aggie was really like showing growth just by being like, okay, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not angry and upset by it, but like I know it's not your fault, but like here's my problem.
yeah,
And they talked about it in a really mature way, and I was really proud of them.
and then even had the
upset by it.
Because have you met
Because it's
Talia?
Talia gets upset at everyone all the time.
Talia, please shut
up! She threatened to kill Agatha. Do you know what one of my favourite lines of all the episodes was you being like, being told to kill one of my best friends wouldn't affect me?
Yeah.
You thought killing one of my best friends wouldn't affect
Yeah,
me?
because Talia didn't think that you cared about her.
Would
Like, she
killing-
was gagged.
Would killing Agatha affect you? Is that why she was gagged?
It would.
Okay. So
It would just make her.
I don't
Not
like.
to this extent.
wow.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
But it depends on the circumstances and the situation. Like, because...
I mean, that being said, you did once when we were in the trials. You pushed Agatha under
Oh,
the
you did.
water,
To
knowing
save
she
her.
couldn't swim.
I forgot about that.
Guys, we were going to drown anyway, and I was like, this is our last chance to solve the puzzle. I'm not going over this again.
No, I forgot.
Okay.
About that.
Pause.
Oh, sorry. Don't let me forget to take my pills, because I keep forgetting to do that.
Silly.
No, so here's the thing. Talia didn't realise that she hadn't been clear that it was a last resort.
Yeah.
And if she was in the situation of either I have to kill you or you're going to kill everyone else, she wouldn't struggle with that decision.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
That's fair.
I don't think it, like, because it's a separate issue, she wouldn't be like, I'm killing my friend. She would be in, because she gets in such a, like, battle mode, she would be like, well, you are gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the thought, like Richard was down, yes, he was only down for a bit, but he was down.
Yeah, but you didn't know that he was only gonna... None of us knew that she could bring people back to life.
Yeah.
None of the characters knew.
Yeah, which is why, like, I was like, oh, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I didn't wait out the situation for a last resort, because that was the last resort.
Yeah.
I just seen Richard, a big, strong, burly man, just be
Go
knocked to the
down
ground.
in one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I do think ultimately, like I was saying this earlier, I am really proud of them both. Like, I think they both are trying to grow now. Like, and I think you could see it in that conversation because there was just this complete honesty of like, yeah, this sucks for me. Sorry, but like, I you know, I still want to be your friend and like make things right. Sort of is how it felt. And like, you still were able to verbalize that you care about each other, and like that's why you're so upset about it. You know, is because you care. And like, it was really nice to see that be talked about really maturely and just like honestly.
And like rectifying it at the end, being like, where you were trying to hold my hand earlier.
Yeah.
That was really
That
cute.
was so
I'm
sweet.
so upset that wasn't
no same
on camera.
Yeah.
We did it with the girls, but
Morne like held their hand out in that moment, and it was beautiful.
They moved sofas and everything.
Yeah.
I was really quite surprised at how surprised Talia was by the fact that you like care about her, which is wild.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I love it when
Agatha-
Rio hits the well pose.
I don't think Agatha was aware of how much Agatha cared about Talia until Agatha had to hold a gun up to
Yes.
Talia and attempt to shoot her.
Yeah. Probably.
And like that moment
That's
was
gonna
very
make
much.
you realise
That's
things.
gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
I really don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe maybe if I ever was
That's-
in this situation,
That's
my-
probably why
my
I
stance on it would
agreed,
change.
like, why I agreed to this deal, being like, yeah, like, whatever.
Yeah, in theory, sure,
Like,
I'll do that.
Yeah.
If need be.
Yeah.
It's easy to agree to these things in theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when it actually happens,
Are you okay?
I felt something crawl up my leg. I just had to check. Yeah, but like I actually got confronted.
What?
No, sorry. My brain just went, haha, it was me. But it's not.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't. That's why I just laughed to myself. I was like, it's crawl up my leg. It was me. haha.
Funny.
I think the fact that it happened not in the same episode, but in the same, like very close to, in the same sort of
Yeah.
24
24 hours,
Yeah.
as like Talia having these realizations and being like,
Yeah.
like I think it was just, I don't know how to put it into words, but in that like, Rosalind loves me too much
Yeah.
and she should love me less. Not love me less, but like she,
Well, yeah. No, we
It
know what
should-
you mean.
you know, like-
Yeah.
that is a lot and should be less. And I think it was a lot to then have like the opposite happen, where like she thought that it was less and it was actually more, because she, especially now that she like is aware that she's not a good person, I think she thinks that she deserves to not be cared about.
Which is dumb.
Which is once
Which
again
is-
we've circled back to toxic, bad,
Yeah, but-
unhealthy.
I'm not articulating what I mean, because it's not that like
I think I
nobody
get what
should
you
care
mean.
about me. It's just that like she's always sort of seen herself as the disposable one in the group. Because she's
Weird, because like that's how Agatha sees herself.
Which
But
is how
well-
Rosalind sees herself, which is why she always sacrifices herself to everyone.
yeah.
I think we're all disposable.
But like,
But in that,
It's
like,
that
she's the
toxic
one
thing.
that goes in, like, she's the one that's up close, and I think she's the one that, since their, like, first fight, really, has always been so, like, well, if any of us are gonna die, it's gonna be me, and that's okay. And, like, she sort of thinks that that's the general acknowledgement of the group.
when
Maybe
it's
not
at
from
all.
Rosalind, because that's obviously a different situation, but I think she thought that her and Agatha were on the same page.
Interesting. Whereas I think all three of these girls go into everything being like, well, I'll die. You know? To an extent.
yeah, I mean, this comes to like the apathy again. I don't think Agatha really cares if she dies.
Yeah. Whereas this is the thing, I think for Agatha it's very different. Because, like, if Talia and Rosalind were to die, it would be, like, for the cause and the group and, like, very intentionally. Whereas, like, Agatha would be, but it wouldn't be as, like... Not, like, premeditated, that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like,
Not
every
making
time...
not making an active
Yeah,
decision
because
to.
every time
yeah.
Rosalind puts herself in, like, incredibly stupid, dangerous positions, it's like, well, I'm choosing to do this because I can, so I should,
Yeah.
so I will,
Yeah.
you know? And it's that thought behind it.
And Talia's thing is always like, well, I'm the shield. Like, if people attack me, they're not gonna hurt you guys.
Yeah.
Because I'm so much stronger, but also because I'm the one that's up close. And if I can take all of the attacks, you guys are more likely to succeed on whatever the plan is.
Yeah.
Because I think, because the plan is, like, in her head, at least, whatever the plan is, her role is always, well, I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit things and I'm going to be the one to get hit. Until this thing with Frederick where she was like, well, now my role is different because I'm the one that's going to have to carry him. Like, to her, the plan is always, I'm the distraction and the focus for the enemy so that you guys can get the job done.
Yeah. I especially because, like, Rosalind has spells, so she's always sort of, like, not, like, in the middle of that, but, like, she can be very useful in combat and she can also be very useful, like, in other things that other people can't do. And then Agatha has all the skills that neither of us have, which is, like, being perceptive, being able to spot things, being able to find things, like, wisdom-wise, and now you're a rogue, so you can, like, disable shit and unlock shit.
Yeah.
Like, Talia's very aware that her only skill is I'm strong and I can hit people, and I can get hit.
Yeah.
So...
Doesn't mean she's disposable, though.
Well, no.
Because then if she's gone, then squish, squish.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You know, which is, all the three of you need to be aware that if one of the three of you goes
the team's
down,
fucked.
Yeah.
the other two are dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
No,
even the team's
literally.
fucked. If one of you die, the other two of you,
Will
whether
die.
it's
Yeah.
immediately or
No, if we...
dead.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
if
But
Talia,
Rosalind's aware
if
of
Talia
that.
died, we would be gone immediately because of
Yeah.
how little hit points we have.
Yeah.
But if it was one of us two, I feel like the other two could go on for a little bit more, but then
They could at least
ultimately-
maybe get away.
Yeah.
I
You disagree?
disagree
Yeah.
because I think if Talia goes down, Talia's gone down in a fighting situation where you'll be able to finish off.
Yeah. This is my thing. Talia's always like, I can fight them till low enough.
Like,
if I die, I get them down enough.
That's why I disagree with
Yeah.
that. However,
Potentially.
I think no matter what, if one of the three of you dies, you'll be able to survive that encounter
Yeah.
And, like, nothing else.
and nothing else.
We could just never
there's
be
so
able
many
to do another plan again.
because there are so many other things that need
Yeah.
to be done that the three
Yeah.
of you have to do.
Uh-huh.
Either none of you are disposable
Uh-huh.
or all of you
Yeah.
are disposable.
And it's very mirroring the Fist. It's very mirroring our dads. Because, like, they're kind of fucked now. Like, it's just Harold. Do you know what I mean? Like, he needed us. He needed a team.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
can't operate by himself either. And, like, Frederick can't, even at full power. And Gilbert can't, even at full power.
Yeah.
Like, all of us
I
were made to
think-
be team players.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Me too.
It's very D&D cool.
Because her other thought, which isn't really a counter, it's just like her wanting to fight back on things, which is dumb. But like, not to the same extent, but I think she thinks that she's also the most replaceable. Like, it's very easy to find someone strong and not to the point of like you're a literal demon, but I just think that she thinks that it's a lot easier to find another fighter who can take a lot of hits than it is to find someone who can cast literal spells.
Sure, I guess in
And
that
then like
sense.
Aggie's got so many other facets. I think she just thinks that like her one thing is a replaceable thing.
I'm going to make a counterpoint. Replace you with Richard, replace you with Madam B, replace you with Diamond.
Yeah, literally.
The three of you
Is
are
that
equally
not the same
replaceable.
team?
No.
Why not? Because one can
Is it
literally do
'cause-
magic, one can
Is it because we all have unique personalities and skills and facets that make us whole human beings? And it's not the same to just replace us with somebody with the same skills.
So we're gonna.
Because I feel like that's
on
just
that for a
Talia
little
being
bit.
an emo teenager and, like, not getting it.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
If we're not moving forward, we can just
Yeah,
agree to
no.
disagree
Yeah.
and see how it
Because
continues.
I agree with you. I'm like, if
Yeah.
that's the case, then just replace us all with our Velvet Masquerade.
It's
Yeah.
almost like the conversation that Talia and Rosalind had earlier.
Boop, 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 boop.
No, because this is the thing. I'm really like, I know the whole problem is that Rosalind is delusional and lives in this like trauma-induced delusion survival state. But it's also like Talia's wrong about a lot of things too.
Well, yeah. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
never up for debate.
No, but it's just like, because so much of the main issue is like Talia acknowledging where she's been wrong in terms of like hurting people. But like, this is also why it's so hard to navigate. Like, it's so hard to work through and understand what somebody is saying about themselves when they also have very incorrect negative self-beliefs. And
Yeah.
those are true and truly negative and
Yeah.
incorrect. And like, how do I sort through those ones and then the ones that are true
You know
and
what?
real?
The conversation I had with you just now has made me understand Rosalind a lot
Thank
more.
you.
I think
Thank you,
unfortunately
no, because
that
if you've had
conversation
this
has-
since the age
No,
of 4,
yeah,
when
yeah.
there was nothing wrong with her,
I still don't completely agree with Rosalind, but I understand
no,
Rosalind.
you
more
shouldn't.
now.
I don't agree with her
I
anyway.
don't.
She's wrong. She's
Yeah.
stupid. She's in a trauma-induced survival state. None of it is real. But
I understand it more
You
so
can
now.
get if
I can
you put
understand
yourself
that
in her
aspect of it. I
shoes.
can understand that.
And
yeah.
then you add to it Rosalind herself and the way she talks about herself and the way she knows Talia feels about that. You
I can
know?
understand that aspect
And
of
like
it.
that makes it so difficult because in some of the cases Rosalind is right, not in the cases she thinks she's talking about.
No.
But like
No.
there is elements of it.
I can understand that
Yeah.
aspect of Rosalind's viewpoint.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's really
I
difficult.
think you could train people to replace each of us. I think you're more likely to come across somebody that can replace Talia.
I just don't see the point.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
think
it's
I-
like a rational or reasonable
Yeah.
or valuable thing.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from.
Like,
I just
why?
think that's like not a straw man argument.
But, like,
it's
what's the
just
point?
Like, yeah, it's just
What's
like
the point of that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
think
just think like
I just wanted to get what I actually meant across.
yes,
know.
yes. I
Like,
absolutely
I'm not
get that.
saying it's reasonable. I just, like, I
No.
hadn't said what
No,
I
I
wanted,
know,
what I was
I
trying
know.
to
I
I
understand.
just think it's a Talia.
I understand
issue.
that point, and I do.
Yeah.
If it's purely that statement, yes, you're easier. It's easier to
Yeah.
find someone who can do that.
Like, that's the whole thing.
But like,
Like, if
that's,
that's
it with
it.
all the nuance removed.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But there, because there's so much nuance, I
Well,
think
yeah.
that's just a pointless.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, yeah, because she's dumb.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I'm glad we're all on the same page here. The three
girls
of them
aren't
aren't that
dumb.
smart sometimes.
No.
When the three of them work together and all of them are on the same level, they are really smart and they
Yeah.
get stuff done. And then the afterwards of it, and then it's the afterwards of the getting stuff done.
Do you know what I've realised in the course of this teapot is that I think we set the tone for Act 3. I think Act 3 has been set in motion by the fact that we really fucked up not getting the cure.
Yeah.
I think that's what set off Act 3. It's
Yeah.
like we made a massive mistake in episode 1.
Oopsie.
Yeah, which is interesting place to start.
Any final points?
That's kind of mine.
Yeah, I think that's a great final point.
Oh, and I'm really scared of when the girls have their proper fallout, because this was the start and the bomb hasn't gone off yet. This was like Talia trying to light a fuse, but nothing happening. Like, they have to light a bomb next time.
Yes.
And I'm scared. I'm very, very scared, but it's needed and it's good.
Lighting a fuse. And
I'm also very excited.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Hello?
I just want to see what your final points were.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I think I'm just
The Bible.
frightened, honestly.
Frightened?
Frightened.
Frightened.
Yeah,
I
same.
think Albert's gonna die.
Albert?
Why would you say that now at the end of the episode?
okay.
Why would you sidle up to them and go,
Who said that?
I think Albert's gonna die.
Who said that? Who said that?
Why would you say that?
Who said that?
Ria!
Who said it?
Who did that?
You said it! Your mother. Dinah.
I just think he's kind of irrelevant now.
He's relevant!
He's very relevant, and I really
not?
like Albert. No,
Wait, I know that I bully Albert, but it comes from a place of love.
No, I love him.
Canonically not my friend.
Canonically not your friend. This is the funniest thing ever. No, I really love Albert.
Do you know what is bad? No.
The people that I refuse to let die, Seth, Millie.
That's a fish.
People!
That's a fish.
That's a fish.
That is a okay. So that is a. You're
I
already
like that in
wrong.
the list, Seth and Millie come first.
Absolutely.
Not your
As
dad and
we
your
should.
mother.
You
As we
should.
Yeah.
A goldfish!
Hey, Seth has worked so hard to keep that bastard
Yeah.
alive.
For real. That was so
Seth,
true.
Millie, Richard, Madam B, Diamond, Albert, Harold, Rosalind, and Talia. Oh, and Lucas.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I refuse to let die. Everyone else.
Did you say Agatha in that list?
That's who Agatha refuses
But-
to let die. So.
But I am Agatha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not want to not die?
Oh, she can die. I think.
Agatha doesn't care.
Agatha's after.
How could I forget about apathetic Agatha? How could I possibly
Oh,
forget?
don't say that you care if Agatha dies.
Yeah.
You're always
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm leaving the show if Agatha
Yeah,
dies.
I've always said that if Agatha dies, I'm not creating a new character until the next campaign. Like,
So funny.
But I also, like, genuinely at this point, how are we bringing in
Yeah.
any
By
character?
Act 3, I'm really like.
At this
Yeah.
point, at this point in the campaign.
Admittedly, we were saying this from Act 1,
yeah.
but...
Well, we lived till now, so like.
Oh wait, don't listen, darling. I just said that I don't. Baby Aggie is not Agatha Pentecost, so
There's
it's
so many people on the list of, like,
Yeah.
they're not allowed to die.
Wait till you hear mine,
I know.
Jesus.
That's...
We'll be here all day.
Was that your final points?
Well, I mean, my thought got taken away from me.
What was your thought?
Because you just went, I think your
I
beloved
was
father
just
is
saying
gonna
that I was
die.
frightened, and then you made me even more frightened.
Why did you do that?
Why
Rio?
do you think Albert's
Rio,
gonna die?
that was really mean.
Yeah. What? Why is Albert gonna die?
I just think... I think it's good Agatha growth.
What, to kill her
Why?
mother?
Because, like... I know you're mean to him in a loving way. You're still mean to him.
I think it's anti-Agatha growth for Albert to die.
Yeah.
Are you?
Well, that's the thing. If Albert... It's not... Okay, can I just say, if Albert dies, it's not just Albert dying. Like, if Albert dies, it's Albert and, like, 3 other people.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's
it's not just Albert. It's
Okay.
like... I didn't
I
mean it as...
understand.
It's like if a bunch of people
die,
Albert would
yeah,
want
like
them.
that's-
I agree with that.
That makes
But
it better.
you just said Albert.
Yeah, because, like, you know, it's funny.
Who's laughing, Rio?
You were laughing! The 2 of you! And you laughed a little bit as well!
Yeah, out of discomfort.
Who else do you think is gonna die? I mean, I know you think Harold is gonna die.
I think...
Fuck Agatha.
Just fuck the Pentecost. Honestly.
Martha, Harold...
Because I want Martha to die. Like,
Kill Martha.
no, actually, I want Martha to live a long life.
No, I
I hope
don't...
she's very sick.
I don't know specifically who's going to die, but I think...
There's a handful of people it could be.
Like, there's a handful of people that could be on the
It's
list.
everyone except Rosalind.
Yeah.
And Frederick. Frederick's not gonna
In all fairness, Rosalind is on my list of people dying. But not... Like, it's not until, like, it wouldn't happen until, like...
Rosalind wouldn't die until like the last
Well, that's the thing,
episode.
because I'm thinking, like, I'm still... Like, anyone can die. Like, I know you have your
Yeah.
thoughts, but, like, I'm like...
Yeah. No,
Frederick's not gonna die.
anyone can die. I just think Rosalind shouldn't for the story we're telling.
I agree.
You know? But anyone could. Like, she might.
Not if you put Revivify into Harold's ring.
I should do that. That's a really good
You should
idea.
put like 1 in there and save it
Turn
for
it into
you.
a little engagement ring. Just put a diamond on top, make it the little revivify thing, and then bish bash bosh.
Why would I give
Why?
Harold
Why
an
would you
engagement ring?
Well, it's just a
Why
design
would
thing, isn't it?
Rosalind-
It's just a design thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
I'm now engaged to Harold.
With a 300 gold worth diamond.
Oh, are you
my
telling
friend's
me-
married father.
Fine
I'm
then.
gay.
Engrust it? Encrust it with diamonds.
Diamonds.
It's
No,
been
I
so
should do
long, we're
that.
losing our
Yeah,
mind.
I should do that.
Final point.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. And I'm
Why did I
scared.
just barked like...
I'm excited. And I'm scared.
Why did you do that?
How did you do that? I'm excited and I'm scared for the continuation of the girls' conversation and the development of Talia as a character.
Yes.
Because that's going to be...
Tasty.
Ugh.
Crunchy. What was everyone's favourite moment?
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I'm losing my mind, guys.
I think my personal favourite moment was the Richard and Talia conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favourite part.
That was good. That's probably mine.
That or the eyes.
The eyes
No, I
in the
didn't
hand.
like the eyes.
I mean, I liked it from like a horror gore
Yeah.
perspective.
I also enjoyed PvP. Like, I enjoy PvP a lot. It's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there was some mostly good conversations with good intentions behind them.
Yeah. Morne, you're so cute. That was really cute.
You look like you were going to vomit at that answer.
Was that your favourite moment? The good conversations between everyone?
No, just like
My favourite moment was there were lots of conversations with good intentions.
I just thought that's what we were doing,
I
guys.
just think in general, like there was some good.
I enjoyed the girls having a nice, light-hearted moment because they've not had
Yeah.
a moment of levity between them. in,
Sorry,
like,
I've just had
so
one more
long.
thought. One more thought before we end. I know we're holding ourselves. I do think that nice moment and the fact that I don't know if anybody else felt this or if it was just me. Like that whole like day of like getting up and going to dinners and then coming back and having a little joke around was really nice. It felt very Act 1 core and it felt very for me. It was really nice. I think Rosalind was able to use it very well to like distract from her problems, whether that's healthy or not, because we've actually not been together as a group just hanging out in a really long time, because I've been at the Viscounts, and literally ever since then, every time we've been together, it's for a really urgent mission, plan, battle. We have not had a day where we've just like investigated together as a group for so long, and it was really nice. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's not an opinion.
Nice.
It's just a fact. But yeah, that's not my favourite moment either. That's just a thought I had.
So what's your favourite moment?
Speaking to Frederick.
Oh yeah, that was good. Ria, what's your favourite moment?
Ria's gone.
So my favourite
Leave
moment,
it.
as I said at the beginning of this conversation, was the Richard
Richard,
and
yeah.
Talia
Oh, shit,
conversation.
Should we end?
I said it was also mine.
Can it end now? Are we done now?
Thank you for
What was Morne's favourite moment?
Just the good intention conversations. Just the good intention
Did you actually
conversations.
pick a favourite moment?
Well, if I were to pick a conversation, it would be the conversation between us.
Yeah, that was a great conversation.
But
But like if
All right, give us a comment, a like,
That's my
and subscribe
favourite
if you like us.
If
Please.
you don't like us,
I get it.
that's okay.
yeah, because we're
Sorry,
not for
we've kept
everyone.
you for 6,000 hours.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Goodbye.
Until next time, submissive and
And subscribable.
subscribable.
Fucking
Good
hell.
lord.